by imagining Ruto has the power, is giving him a lot of hash.
Yeah. You're kufikiria ati
You're giving him hash he didn't even deserve. Because, I mean, what is 500? I'm telling you, the Saudis are moving maybe $30-40 billion a month.
But no, you gave me the loan in shillings. You cannot expect me to pay in dollars. But when the reverse is true, where if they gave you when the dollar was 180, wakapatia 180k alafu dola ikuja 130, hata kuambia ni aje buda jo kuna hii 50k tumetoa kwa.
No, that's not true.
Apple isiliwa gani
2,000 people.
Wasom wanapenda Apple to a certain level, man. Like,
but Soms don't borrow. So it's haram.
Yeah.
So Muslims don't borrow. That's why they have Sharia compliant loans. Muslims don't borrow. We don't have big customers in Garissa and
yeah. I didn't know that.
He's referring to Parliament.
Yes.
We are passing this thing and all the MPs passed it. That's when now we got housing levy. Right? Uhuru tried to pass a housing levy. It failed because Parliament refused to give it to him.
Okay.
Do you now understand Kenya? Kenya is not a president.
Fake founding fathers. You know, like when we lie to ourselves that Kenyatta was our founding father.
I think
he was the fake founding father. You think he was the founding father?
Jomo did a lot for Kenya. Iko Nini.
Episode 699. Tukisema like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend to tell a friend. Na leo tuko na msee najua unaangalia unashindwa. I've seen this guy before. Lakini umecheki? It's not him. Yes. So tuko na Kevin Mutiso, of course, who's the brother to Eric Mutiso, and Eric ndio every other time with Eric sumuitaga Eotwe siku hizi. Yes. So but Kevin is also the CEO of Oye. And Oye is a brother to Oya.
No, Oye is not a brother to Oya. Oya copied us.
Yes.
Wakachukua hiyo jina. And then they started harassing people. I don't even think they have a license, to be honest.
Yeah. So what's Oye? It's a digital...
So Oye is a fuel now, pay later for boda bodas. Imagine a Fuliza for fuel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so a boda, we've partnered with Total Energies. So bodas must be on our platform, Oye. So they go to, they essentially register. They fuel, they get loyalty points. As they're getting those loyalty points, tunaona kama ni watu wazuri. By month 3, we activate for them a full tank. So now they can come put a full tank Fuliza. And they pay us in 5 days.
So wakianza wanafuliza how much?
Ukianza unaanza na 8. Alafu you grow your limit up to full tank. And full tank on a boda depending is between 10 to 13 liters.
Ukitaka kuja vile mimi ni mtiaji mu assume so 8 na jaza boda.
So 8 hawezi jaza boda. Boda ujazwa na maybe 3k. 3,000,
chenye niko na zao hiyo. Zile za unaona kanduthi kamepita na ticket. Kakitu nikasumol. We
were Bloomberg top 25 startups of the year 2026. We're growing very fast. Every year we double.
And how does someone come up with such an idea? Because that's really innovative. Because Kenya tunakuaga buda anataka kudu nini? Nataka kuuza mtumba ama kufungua mall ama you understand, like that's very
those are Kenyan, good ideas.
Tunakuaga nazo. Like we are very predictable. So how does someone decide kufuliza maboda?
So if you ask my brother, he'll tell you, me, I'm the businessman. Him is the creative. So me, since I was a baby, I'd always wanted to do business. So I've actually been in business since 2011.
Okay.
So in 2020, my business collapsed because of COVID. And I had a come to Jesus moment. You know, the way Saul was walking.
Ulikuwa nafanya biz gani before?
I was in lending. So also lending. So I had an app called Shika. Then I had a deep moment. I had to think, what do I want to do? What is it all about? Is it worth it? Do I want to continue working as an entrepreneur? Do I want to start go work for some? Many people would have hired me at that point with the experience I had.
Shika ilikuwa like...
app kama Tutala.
Yes.
Yani you download, unapata loan.
na inaangukaje watu wa kulipa ama what
Najua
happened?
COVID, what Uhuru did, Uhuru essentially on March 13th, 2020 came and said that no more reporting on CRB. So what that told Kenyans is musilipe maloni. So us small businesses where our portfolios were below 100 million, it was like, imagine just being thrown under a bus. You're hit.
Damn.
So actually, that time, no local survived. It was only foreign businesses that survived because you see, foreign businesses had big capital. Small local businesses, we didn't have as much capital. So we all died. Kuwazo, Shika, Okoa, those.
Sukanyi mlipoza pesa ngapi?
In total, we had raised about 120 million. Yeah, so that business, essentially, we shut it down with 120 million in capital spent.
Yeah. Like $1 million, basically.
Yeah, $1 million. Yeah, $1.1 million. Anyway, so Oye was now the result of reflection and then coming up with a purpose. Because the thing I realized about Shika is I had not decided what my purpose was. So
yes,
I decided, let me have a real purpose. So my purpose is building billion-dollar businesses that propel society forward.
Okay.
So when we started Oye, the question was, what billion-dollar businesses have been built in the last 20 years in Africa? Mingi ni fintech. Think M-Pesa, Safaricom, Equity Bank. You continue, you'll find a lot of them are fintech, Wave, etc. So we said it has to be fintech, and we already had experience in fintech. The second was, which large demographic, yani, how many people out there do not get served the way they deserve to be?
Okay.
And you all hate bodas. Even just now you told me, unajua tupendange maboda.
Yeah. Nasema we want some level of sanity with bodas, yes?
So
it's
people don't like bodas. So even the banks hate bodas, insurance hate bodas. So we were like, the nurse will be the ones who love them. So we started with bodas. We started an insurance product, Ikashika. And then we realized that
insurance product ilikuwa?
Essentially, the loyalty point, when a boda rides into a petrol station and gets to 15 points, they get a free personal accident cover.
Oh.
That thing is moving penetration in the boda ecosystem insurance from 2% to 50%.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So that ilishika, so that attracted the right kind of investors. We got Britam as an investor. And then we got Total as a partner, Total Energy. So now we're expanding across the country to get to 1 million customers by the end of June 2027.
Okay. Because right now, uliniambia mko at 300,000.
300,000.
Okay, but to end up back to your personal cover, that's very interesting. So 15 points. Kwani every time you fuel, it's 1 point.
Yes. Every time you fuel, depending on the day, depending on the campaign, you get points, right?
Okay.
So when you get to 15 points, it unlocks a free personal accident cover. That free personal accident cover gives you 10,000 shillings refund on hospital expenses paid when you have an accident as a boda.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's that simple. And bodas love it because it means so long as I'm fueling here, napatanga discount kwa mafuta, na pia napata insurance cover of 10,000.
Yes.
So we've paid many claims where somebody didn't have any money, or rather they used all their money, then they start again with our 10,000.
Okay. That makes sense. Damn, that's unafanya na feel kama sijagi kufikiria juu ya biashara.
$1 billion business, bro.
Yeah, ndio nacheki. Okay. So apart from that, you also there. Is it the DFSAK? That's the Digital Financial Services Association of Kenya.
Exactly. So,
what's your position here?
Chairman.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So we lend. This is about to blow your mind. Are you ready? We lend 20 billion shillings a month to 8 million Kenyans monthly.
Oh, okay.
So Tala, Mkopa, Mogo, Watu, 4G, all the lenders are under our association. So we are the lobby group for digital lenders.
Yeah.
Licensed digital lenders.
Okay. Na kwa nini mko na bad reputation karibu nyi wote?
See, hatuna bad reputation. Ni watu kadhaa ndo wako na bad reputation. Tunaitanga rogue lender.
But I think umemention, sorry to say umemention watu hapo. I've heard people cry about watu.
What you see, it's when you're a lender, it's easy for people to cry, right? Number one, so let's not forget that, because once you cannot pay, we have to recover, and recovering it's an emotional process, right? Because unachukua kitu ambacho mtu ametumia kupata, get their money, get their cash, get their livelihood, then you're taking it away. But you're taking it away because you've not been repaid.
Okay, but because I've heard people say that some of these lenders, you keep repaying the loan, but it never decreases. So, like, the terms are so exorbitant. I think, was it what really gonna you pay according to the dollar. So that means that if they give you, let's say 130K right now, that's approximately $1,000, yes? And then kitu ifanyike, dollar ifike 180K, watakwambia, si tulipatia 180, but no, you gave me the loan in shillings. You cannot expect me to pay in dollars. But when the reverse is true, where if they gave you when the dollar was 180, wakapatia 180K, alafu dollar ikuja 130, hata kuambia ni aje buda jo, kuna hii 50K tumetoa kwa.
No, that's not true. For a long time, local banks were not giving us money. So we had to borrow in dollar.
Yeah.
So it meant that we have to take what is known as the foreign exchange risk. So what we do when we have risk is we price it all the way to the customer. So that's what was happening. So it was like a floating rate. It didn't work. That product was only there for 6 months, and the company removed it. Now, the other thing is nowadays we are regulated by central bank. So there's no product that's in the market that is by a licensed lender that has not been approved by the central bank.
Okay.
The second thing is they also approve our collection practice.
Okay.
So everything we now do is the law. There's no hakuna kuvunja sheria.
Hiyo ni kutoka lini? Kutoka last week?
Hapana, 2022 September.
I think I've had people complain about hizi vitu.
Yeah, because collecting money is an emotional thing. The problem, when you're a lender, money is not emotional.
Yes.
No, for me, money is like stock. Vile watu wako na maziwa na uji na nini unga kwa duka.
Uko na pesa.
Sisi ni pesa. Yeah. So when we are collecting, tunarudisha stock. It's not emotional, but the person you're taking it from, it's very emotional. So there's always going to be complaints. Always. In money, in fact, if you read history, money lenders have never been liked. We've never been liked. And that's why we don't come out saying like us. We know no one will like us. Yeah.
Okay. But hii ni challenge kwa wasa IKONINI. Jo, niambieni kama mko na any experience, because I've had people complain about watu. I've had people complain about Mogo. It was there's this guy ni Kamariri. He works for KTN. That guy, he was complaining like mulimpitisha through hell lingine. Hiyo ilikuwa like Mogo. Yeah, alafu I've had a few people complain about watu where the loan never reduces. Like so like right now, when you say that it's regulated by central bank, yes? It's Kamariki, yes. Central bank. Is it percentage? Is it like the rate? What's regulated by central bank?
Everything. Everything is regulated by central bank. They ask us to give them the product description. They ask us to give them pricing. They ask us to give them the contracts.
Yes.
They now force us to do what is called, and some of us were already doing it. It's called explicit consent. So the pricing of a loan, the duration of a loan.
Okay.
They regulate even the directors, where the money is from. You must show pesa inatoka wapi.
Okay.
It's not proceeds of crime, not proceeds of drug dealing, no money laundering. So there's a lot they regulate, and they do a good job, by the way. If you think about the complaints, the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner was in 2022 said 99 or 97% of complaints were coming from our industry. Today, it has dropped. We are now below 50% of complaints.
Okay.
Yeah. So because money is emotional, there'll always be complaints. That one we've accepted. But we have improved on very many things. These days, people are not being harassed. And if they're being harassed, it's because they're being harassed by a rogue lender.
So rogue lender ni kama vile ulikuwa sema
Yeah. I want a license.
So how do they operate without a license?
You see, money is still money.
Nyinyi mtakubaliaje wa operate na that's competition
no
to you?
we say we call them out, right? You see, what is lending? Lending is money. It's selling money, right? If you have money and you start selling it here, right? How will I know that you're licensed or not licensed, right? Then you take money, then now I come and I start beating you up outside on the street. Then you're asking me, CBK, unasema CBK ni mama yako bwana. You get?
Yes.
So that's the problem. Don't borrow from non-licensed lenders. That's actually what I tell Kenyans all the time. Check, ask. When you're borrowing money, ask, who ni nani? Are they licensed by central bank? Because the moment they are not, you have no recourse. You can't even go to court.
But if they are licensed by central bank, kabla umesema nyinyi, alafu tuseme kama juzi nilikuwa nimeenda kwa event ya Samsung and niko na Samsung wameshikana na watu credit, yes?
Wote, kwanza watu mogo.
Yeah. But I think the product specifically there was watu to buy a TV. So let me say I want to buy a TV for 200k, yes? And nimeichukua sasa, nimeanza nayo. Nimelipa miezi kadhaa 30k. Then I go check after 3 months, it's still 200k. You understand? That's 60 over 200, that's like 30%. That means it's ridiculous if I still owe 200k. So where can I seek recourse?
First of all, that's not what's going to happen. What typically happens is you're paying interest and principal. So let's use 100,000. So if you're using 100,000 and you're paying it over 10 months and it's 20% interest, right? It means 100,000 plus 20,000.
Yes.
Divide by 10.
It's at 12k a month.
12k. So if you pay back 3 months, you've paid back 36. So when you go and you check your outstanding, it won't be 100 minus 36. It'll be 120 minus 36.
Yes.
Right? 120 minus 36 is what?
84.
84.
Yeah.
That's my point. Right? So you're thinking, I borrowed for 100, I've paid back 36, it should be 70.
No, that's not what I was thinking.
No. That's how people calculate.
Yes.
Now, let me give you another example. So remember, it's 84. Yeah. Then you're late 2 months. Your late fee says 5%. Yeah, 5% is very high, right? That 5% is added back to the 84.
Late fee yenyu inakwaga? So those are the things we're talking about.
Yes.
If a late fee is like 5%.
Yeah.
You understand now we are nyoroshaing the average Kenyan.
But you see,
because it's 5% of the principal.
When you're late, remember me, my money is stock. Even me, I'm being charged a late fee. You know, that's what I was telling you. Money is like stock. Whatever price we give you, it's also us we are being charged. So even us, and us sometimes we're even being charged in dollar. So we have to pay whether you pay or not. Right? So we have to charge you because we have to borrow that money from someone. Either we borrow or we are taking from existing.
Sinakuliza ni 5% of what? 5% of what I was supposed to pay ama principal. You see, that's where it's the...
So it depends. No. Why?
Because if it's 5%, if you tell me I was supposed to pay 12k, yes? And you're charging me 5% of 12k as extra, it makes more sense than 5% of 100k, which is 5k. You understand? This is how people end up defaulting. Because these are terms that, and I respectfully say, these are terms that can work in Africa, but they can never work in China or Europe. They can work in Africa and America.
But they work
Why?
In fact, in
Africa,
Europe, they're even worse.
No.
Yes.
Not Eastern, no, maybe Eastern Europe.
No.
Germany, how protect.
I'm telling you.
How protect Nini.
Let me give you a good example. Like the UK. The UK, they even change their rate every 2 years.
Yeah.
Every 2 years, you get a new interest rate, regardless of whether you're paying well or not paying well. Yeah.
Okay, I guess
every
that's why
credit market is different, right? In fact, Kenya is the most modern digital credit market in the world. I think the only other market is probably China.
Okay, so maybe you're on Brexit, but I'm sure the EU can never allow you to do that because the EU protects its citizens, and apart from the EU, China would never allow you to do 5% of principal. Because you understand,
5%
that's
was an example. 5% was an example.
Okay,
different lenders, different
hapo
amounts.
Hapo menishtua sana.
Different lender, different amounts.
Yeah.
But remember, the big issue, by the way, if you go, and I'm telling you, I challenge you and you challenge your audience, go check where the complaints are coming from. It's rogue lenders. Hii mambo ya watu mogo iliisha. In fact, let me tell you, we were summoned. We were taken to parliament. We had to answer.
I remember that.
We had to answer to Kimani Kuria. Brilliant man, by the way. Because, you know, the old regime, what we would have done is our licenses would have been cancelled.
Yes.
What I like about akina Kimani Kuria is first they call. Wewe, huyu jamaa anasema hivi. Central Bank, huyu jamaa anasema hivi. ODPC. So all of us, regulator, business and customer. Sisi wote sasa tuna we are being summoned. And then we had to explain. And then we came back and they had a report. We had to tell them this is what we've done to change. Central Bank had to tell them this is what we've done. So those things have gone. Those days are gone.
Yeah. I mean, nikisikia hivyo nasikia vizuri because I won't lie to you. There's some kuna mtu ashaini approach akaniambia, "Jamaf, would you work with this digital lender?" And I refused. Because to me, the Iko Nini subscriber is not even the brand. The subscriber is someone that I protect with all my understand.
And that's
so
fair.
Like I always think about it. So I don't advertise mashamba, si advertise Ziggy. The only mashamba nisha advertise ni free of charge na ni msanitua Boniface Mwangi because I know him on a personal level and I think he has integrity. Yeye hata akiniuzia land nilichukua time kabla niende kuiona and everything ran smoothly. So him, but hizi zingine kuna so niandikiaga, kuna zingine hata I don't reply. Kama ushaniandikia juu ya shamba, umesikia reply higi hata because I'll never nogopaga mso Iko Nini ataenda nunua alafu kujo mwafu jo lipaja jo hiyo land jo ilienda. So you see there is that level of distrust that we have. So it's interesting that you work in a digital
in fact
financial.
that is the work we've done. That improvement is our association's work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And wacha turewind kidogo. So ikikam to the Mtiso family, when you first born, second born, where are you there?
5.
So
I'm the second.
Oh, you're the second.
Yes.
First wagani? Dem ama ni Charlie bado?
It's 4 boys, 1 girl. The girl is the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sijauliza ama nishauliza Eric history. Unajua mimi memory yangu agambaya sana.
Eric, maybe he told you.
Yeah.
But on your episode hakukuambia.
Yeah, I think
I didn't watch.
Atukongeaga like personal stuff. I think the first time when we sat with him, he was not ready to talk about like personal stuff. By that
even
that
my
period.
family, they don't like this podcasting stuff. They don't want to be known.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So like if you meet me and my brothers, tunafanana sisi wote. It's like my big bro, kama mimi tu, mimi. Alafu Eric umemona tunafanana exact. Fourth born is and tunafanana lakini na him is light skin.
Yeah.
And my youngest sister light skin. Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
But the mambo yati publicity pendangi.
Yeah, lakini nyi wawili mkamwa kuchomea familia.
Tumewachomea. By then is shida.
Yeah.
It's brought up all the time.
Yeah. Oh, like acheni kuonga. Alafu nyi wote mko na ka signature love. Budenyo alikuwa cheka hivyo ama. Oh, it's
King Cobra, tunamuitanga King Cobra.
Na Buddha. Oh, na hiyo pia inakuaga, I feel like it brings a certain level of peace of mind for a dude when all your kids wanafanana, unajoga tu wote ni wangu.
My dad is a ndume. You know that African man is one of those guys. Came from far, Ameji, lifted from his bootstraps, looked after his family, educated all of us, allowed us to do what we want.
Yeah.
He's a leader. He's a good leader. Okay. So is my mom, actually. Very patient. Imagine, so we were raised 3 boys at a go.
Yes.
So, and then she's like this tall. She's like, literally. It's a very small.
Yeah, mom is short.
Very small.
Na vile nyinyi wa refu. So, Buddha ndio mrefu ama?
Well, the gene is from my dad's side. Lakini Buddha kupata paka, he didn't get the full gene. So he's not short, but he's not the tall guy.
Oh. Nani kwa mtol Grand Buddha?
Yeah, Grand Buddha military.
Okay.
Hata kuna watu wengi tall sana. Hata si ati Grand Buddha peke. Even uncles, very tall. 6'1", 6'2". But Eric is the tallest.
Yeah.
6'4".
Okay. Eric ndo nakoga. Okay. Alafu nini? So Brombigi ufanya nini?
He's finance.
Yeah. So yeye na wewe mko finance.
no, him is finance, function, me I'm business. Yeah, that's the difference.
Or finance, like now he works in a bank or something. Like
He works with my dad. He's the manager of the business.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
finance manager there. Yeah.
Alafu sasa ukaingia finance
Me, in
business.
fact, my story is because I got a baby young. I think I was a bit of a black sheep for a while, so I had to go and find the money.
Kwani ulipata mtu wako how old?
21.
Oh shit, yeah. Ulikuwa umekubali afadhali ukimwe kavu
I was in love.
Yeah.
I was in love.
I understand. Like at that age, I think it's not even about love. At that age, inakwaga I'm going to risk it all. Like
No,
I think I've joked about it. How the things we used to do in our early 20s for girls, I would never do right now.
I was a simp.
Yeah.
I was a proper simp. I can never. In fact, I hear the stories and I laugh. I'm like, what was this? I was doing that.
Nini ushaienda place yote dangerous. I always tell people vile nishaiendaga Kangemi usiku. Apart from Kangemi usiku nishaenda hizo maside za Buru. Nikapitia Shauri Moyo, Majengo usiku.
Ukitembea.
Driving but still, the only place, anything can happen.
Me, I was now walking. I would run away from home.
Yeah.
I walk from our house to her house, which was like 10 kilometers at 2 a.m.
Alikuwa na stay wapi?
She lived on what you call Valley Road. Area Valley Road.
Oh, ukipata na polisi unaambia pia mimi nimesalute nenda. Salute nimefikisha hapa.
And I hope my daughter doesn't hear this story. She's 17 now.
Oh shit.
She's
Hopefully hatasikia hivi. Oh, so hiyo ilikuwa madha yake sasa.
Yeah.
Oh, and then what happened? Like, are you still
No. You see, now we were young.
Yeah, so you outgrew each other.
More than that, we even had different paths in life. I wanted to, you don't know yourself.
Yes,
you don't even know the kind of person you want. But now I'm married, 2 kids. Now I have 3 kids in total, but 2 kids with my wife.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like the oldest or married? 10. Oh, okay. The youngest?
Is 15 months.
Oh, 15 months.
And a little baby.
Yeah. So vile Ruto aliingia ulikuwa na celebrate. You see, that's how you find out. That's how you know about these 2-term guys.
Oh. 2-term.
Yeah. Because alafu pia
1-term.
Yeah, like one of the things that you do is lobbying, yes?
Yes.
So lobbying, I think it's a word that I hear mostly with Americans. How does lobbying work in Kenya? Because unajua Americans ukisikiaga lobbyists, you just know. So Kenya, what does lobbying involve? Is it alafu kuna wasosemagati lobbying is a polite word for corruption?
That hurts my feelings, but let me explain. So when the 2010 constitution came into play, it changed the whole DNA of Kenya.
Okay.
Because, and I want you to understand this, if you remember, Jomo, Moi, Kibaki could wake up in the morning and change the law and they say, we like Mwaf.
Yeah.
We will make Mwaf the Minister of Interior Government.
Yes.
Right? They don't ask anybody. They don't, Mwaf, they've not, atujui Mwaf atujui kama kona degree, nothing. And you're made. There's a famous story in Jomo Kenyatta's time that they changed the law to protect Paul Ngei so that Paul Ngei is not arrested.
Yes.
And it was changed by the Attorney General, Charles Jonjo. So Attorney General akaambiwa na Jomo, this guy can't go to jail. Whatever you need to do, do it.
Oh, yeah.
Wakaenda parliament, changed the law, came back. In the afternoon, the guy couldn't go to law. Today, you can't do that. Today, there is a very clearly defined process that must be followed for a law to pass. And that process involves something called public participation. So so that's what lobbyists do. So we use the public participatory process to put in our comments and thoughts. And because as we grow, we've become taken seriously, even when the government is making laws, they call us now, so that before it even gets to a certain stage, they've had the industry's perspective. Because at the end of the day, we are all Kenyans, so we are trying to make it work.
Yes.
Now, lobbying doesn't mean we always agree with the other side. In fact, tunakosananga sana. But we always get a chance to be heard.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what lobbying is.
So are you saying lobbying public participation? Like, what's the difference?
lobbying is now coordinated public participation. So, like I'll give you an example. Like finance bill, we always put articles and adverts to give our position, so that even the public understands what is it digital lenders want. Why do they want it? Najua wamesema tuko na reputation baya.
Yes.
Yeah. So when somebody with a funny reputation says they want something, everyone always jumps up. But now we want to make sure that we are telling the public, this is what we want to do, this is where we want to do it, and this is how it benefits you. Yeah.
Okay. Now, ukianza history ya lobbying, the first person lidil ni Kibaki ama?
No. Uhuru. Yeah, so we started 2017, 2018. So Uhuru's second term.
Yeah, mlikuwa mnaongea jua nini? Ama tu history ya digital?
So now then it was existential. So what happened in 2018 and 2017 is the governor of central bank alikuwa na kujanga TV anasema watu tawafunga wote.
Oh, digital lenders.
Yeah. Unakumbuka?
Yes,
you'd say you're fleas, you're useless. So it was existential. And then what people didn't realize is in our system at the time, I think our total industry had invested maybe $200 million, almost 20 billion.
Oh.
So when you say you're just going to switch off, that means we are losing.
Yes. So mnaanza.
So now you start lobbying. So the first thing you do is you write a letter.
Yeah.
You write a letter to the central bank. You say, hey, hello, this is who we are. We are registered under the Kenya Societies Act, which is why you now, in Kenya, it's illegal to come together as an industry without a formal body. Otherwise, it's known as an illegal thing called collusion.
Oh.
So you've had these people who now sit in the back wanasema utauza mayai eBay, mimi nitauza mayai eBay ili tuuze mayai zote. Don't sell less than me. So the government doesn't want that to happen. So they want you to meet in an official structure.
Capacity. Yes.
Under the Kenya Societies Act, an association. Then now you start engaging. So you write to central bank unaambia sisi ndo hawa, these are the companies, this is what we do, these are our products, want to meet you. Na hapo ndo tulianza. So we started with meeting the central bank. Then we went to the Committee of Finance and Planning, which is where we are under. So every industry is under one committee in parliament. So once you understand which committee, you also now go see them. And then sometimes if you're very serious, you have office of the president. So like now, because we are big, we deal with office of the president, and I've dealt with the Uhurus, I've dealt with Rutos. Yeah.
Okay. So kama hii au Ruto majuzi, what are you guys talking about?
So this one of Ruto has been about tax.
Okay.
Yeah, so every finance bill we've been improving our tax regulation because tax affects you as the customer in many ways. When we're charged stupid tax,
you have to pass it.
We have to pass it down. And there was a very stupid one that actually was even making investors run away. So remember that example of 100,000? Imagine if 10% is not paid back. That's a loss to me.
Yes.
So what we normally do in the books, we do a thing called a write-off. So we say negative 10,000 loss. Yeah. Then we do the calculation and then we pay the tax on the one below. KRA was saying, add that 10,000 back.
Oh, yeah.
Alafu mulipe tax. That means I end up paying 3,000 because 30% is income.
Yes.
On money that I never got. So that's how we got it passed in this last finance bill.
Yeah. So hiyo time ina mko mnailipa?
No, we took it to court.
Oh, you took it to court.
So we went to the again the constitution, beautiful thing. Kenyans need to know about their constitution. There's processes for saying no to the taxman. Usistuke KRA akija, jiulize what are my rights?
Yes.
Right? And they're rights. You have actual rights. And so then you follow the process and you go to court. So we won a court case actually this year, but we wanted to now make sure it's also in the law.
Okay. Okay. Alafu saa nini of course watu kutokuwa kwa CRB ilikuletea shida. So unataka turudishe tu kwa CRB.
CRB si kitu kibaya. By the way, CRB ni kitu nzuri sana. I'll tell you why.
When you're the lender.
No.
When you're the lendee.
No.
Lendee ni shida.
You know the mistake we made, and I take some fault in this. I take some fault. Is when we launched CRB back in 2011, we were telling customers it's a blacklist. But actually, it's a record of your credit behavior.
Yes.
Meaning, whether you pay on time, whether you pay late, we still put you in CRB. So what CRB tells us is Murph is a good payer. He's never late. He's got 5 loans. Akona mortgage, ingine ya gari, ingine ya biashara, ingine ya fuliza. Analipanga on time. Alafu kuna yule jamaa anaitwa Omosh. Omosh analipanga mortgage on time, alipangi yale ya gari. Alafu kuna yule mwingine Otieno alipangi any loan. So we know.
Kwa nini umeamua kutaka tu broad based?
I should have used John and James. I'm sorry. So maybe
nakuenjoy.
But I hope I've understood.
Yeah, understand.
CRB is, by the way, let me tell you.
Okay, I think kusisi vile tukiongea kwa streets so mbiananga budo kwa CRB. So we assume it's only the bad lendees.
No.
Yeah, wale watu ni kila mtu.
In fact, if you have many loans and you have been paying them on time, your CRB is going to be it's going to be as important as a degree. Because when you want to live in a good house,
yes,
when you want to get a good job, if you want a directorship, those things, like you can't be in the CRB and be in a digital lender. You can't be you can't not have a CRB report and not be a digital lender. You can't not have a CRB report and sit on a bank board. Lazima watu wakujua unalipanga madeni wewe bwana.
Yeah. Yenye.
Yeah.
Okay, cause so CRB ni kama the equivalent of America credit score.
Yes. In fact, that's where we are going. That's the idea.
Okay.
So now you start seeing in about a year. There's a big initiative we've pushed out in the industry. So 31st August is a deadline for now what we call single portal submission. So before we were sending data to 3 bureaus, now we'll be sending it to 1 portal. Then that 1 portal inatuma kwa bureau zote.
Okay.
So that every bureau now has the same data. Then from there, now the bureau will come and say, Mwaf, you want to know your credit score. Alafu nalipa kitu naambiwa, alafu naenda kutumia your credit score sasa kupata good loan, mortgage, car loan. Yeah.
Na mnafikiria nini? Kusikizi kila AI iko kila pale. Mnafikiria itafika level AI ndio ina determine kama utalipa?
You know, as we were using AI even in 2018, I built not even somebody. My first profitable algorithm was in 2018, right? Because what do? We collect so much data more, right? Like look at my boda business. From the moment you register on my platform, every time you fuel, every time you buy airtime, every time you buy anything on my platform, right? I can see. Right? Then, when you want to borrow, I'll ask you, can I collect data from 1, 2, 3, 4? You'll say yes. Once I collect, now I put them. And I have to run them through an algorithm. I have to say, Murph is a good payer, Murph is not a good payer. So we're already using AI. AI is already making that decision.
Okay.
In many ways. Yeah.
Okay.
And has been. Yeah.
Oh. And how is nini? I think sikuuliza juu kitu. But hii industry yenyu ya kwa pesa, how does it make you look at wealth? Because I feel like when you work around money all the time, it means that 24/7 unafikiriaga tu juu ya wealth
No, that's the thing. Money, remember, money is stock. Money is stock. So for me, money is not the way it's emotional, right? But I understand return better than most.
Yeah.
No. So I'm always thinking about return. So I listened to you and Jalas recently. And you were telling Jalango that is, watu wanatengeneza mic 2 million, I don't know, 3 million.
Yes.
That's in my industry, that's pocket money.
Yeah.
That's money people spend on Monday morning. Yeah, to take you out for lunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hiyo sasa ni for nyinyi wale unatiki, that's how that 5% works out, you see, that 5% late
no
fee.
Because we wholesale. We wholesale money. Remember I told you we lend 20 billion a month.
Yes.
You know what 20 billion a month is? $200 million.
Yeah.
What's 2 million shillings?
I know it's
$20,000, $18,000. So for in the scheme of things, it's a lot of money. But in our world, money that moves volume is now, you're starting to talk $15, $20 million.
Yeah, but to understand, like when nikiongea na Jalango, I was talking about individuals. So hata tukiangalia, if you were to look at that 2 million, umesema mnadili na 20 billion, ama?
20 billion a month, this person.
20 billion a month. So if this person is at 2 million, that's like what? 1 over 10,000, ama? Yes, it's 1 over 10,000. 1 over 10,000 would be 0.01%.
No, 1 over 10,000 is 0.001.
0.001. Yes, because 1 over 100 is 0.01. Okay, so 0.001. Yes? 0.001% for an individual. You understand? It's still a lot of money. Does that make sense? For an individual.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So you understand why tulikuwa hapo tukula.
Yeah.
So kwenye ni pocket money cause mnatunyorosha.
No. See, no. What I meant is the way you were talking about it like it's a lot. In our industry, that's not.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, it's not. It's even if you come and ask me, Kevin, I want to start a lending business. I'll ask you, what capital do you have?
Okay.
If you tell me anything less than 650 million shillings, I'll tell you you're going to struggle.
Oh, that's $5 million.
Yeah, you're going to struggle. Yeah, because how do you acquire? There's a lot. How do you build the machine that creates the repayment cycle, that you can afford all the collection agents, you can afford all the technology. There's so much that goes into lending, and it needs big money.
Oh, lakini sasa I'm plan kuingia ma IPO kuzinakayo biashara yenyu ni mzuri.
Yeah, tunaingia IPO. You'll start seeing. We've already started. There's a thing called INUCA program at NSC, and a few of us have already started doing that program. Me, I'm listing OYE in 2030. In fact, me, I want my bodas, my customers, to be my shareholder.
Oh, okay.
Tujenge kitu pamoja. But let me scare you a little bit more.
Yeah.
Fuliza, they lend 5 billion a day.
I guess so. Because advantage Fuliza have is they lend to, in quotes, everyone. Does that make sense? That means that saa zingine, because watu kama sisi hatujui tunanulia watu Range Rover, tunajipataga tu tunaitumia. Like I use it like every day, sometimes for no freaking reason. All I need to do is move money from this app to this app. But unapata wacha tu nifulize aka ni 500 bob, wacha nifulize aka kathao. But with time it adds up into something. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, damn, that's a lot. 5 billion per day. That's a trillion.
5 billion a day. Yeah, it's a trillion.
Yeah, like 1.7 trillion, look 1.8. Damn, that's a lot. Alafu Nina work 7 days a week pia.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, any time of anywhere in the world.
Yeah. That also shows you how much pia technology has changed the financial world. Because remember, back in the days, if you are lending money, you could only lend Monday to Friday from maybe 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yeah, and then the banks would close at 3. Do you remember that? Yeah. The banks would close at 3. It's open at 9.
Yes.
Yeah. And credit, you could only get credit debited into your account. If you are lucky, you got a credit card. If you are a woman, very unlikely you'd even get a credit card. Today, we have probably the highest financial access in the world. One of the big, 84%.
Yeah, because that's another thing about Kenya. But as we talk about this, of course, kuna watu wanasikia tunabonga juu ya finance sana. So you have a podcast, yes?
Yes.
Podcast inaitwa Let the Cake Bake.
Let the cake bake, baby.
Yes. So let the cake bake, like what sort of conversations? Is it still financial conversations and how to...
So I told you my mission is to ensure that I play my role in making Africa the most modern place on earth.
Yes.
And I do that by being a good friend, good father, good Kenyan, good African, and then building billion-dollar businesses that propel society forward. There's a lot of work that needs to go into building a modern society, right?
Yes.
And that work is being done by many, many people. So I want to have conversations with those people. So like the first person I had was Nzioka Waita.
Okay.
Nzioka Waita was the chief of staff of Uhuru, head of Presidential Delivery Unit.
Okay.
I wanted to hear from him. When the president says tutajenga barabara huko, tutafanya hivi nini. What does that mean in the back? You know what I mean? What does that mean in the back? What's the paper that needs to move? I wanted to understand how come some places get more development than others, right? I wanted to understand how does a president deal with all the, like he told me very fascinating stories about Uhuru. At Uhuru, his people every week would show up with a request. Hata kama ya last week ilipeanwa, hii wiki wanakuja na mpya.
Okay,
and relenting
something
for
to be
development.
Delivered. Okay.
We need a road, we need a hospital, we need medicines, you need to come visit us, you need to do this. Right? And he was trying to explain how difficult it was managing the president's electorate while still trying to manage the rest of Kenya.
Okay.
Right? So he talks about that. My second guest is Addis Alemayu. This is a legend. He has a $10 million fund in Ethiopia.
Oh, okay.
So he's investing in startups in East Africa. So we talk about where Ethiopia has come from. I don't know if you've been to Ethiopia.
I need to go there like as soon as yesterday because I've seen Addis Ababa. I really admire Addis Ababa, considering they've been able to regulate your customers.
So me, I've been going to Addis Ababa for over 20 years almost. No,
so you've seen the transformation.
Not even 2015 maybe.
You've seen the transformation, eh?
Not even just transformation. I'm telling you, the first time I landed in Bole International Airport, when I walked outside to get the taxi, I thought I had gone back into time.
Third world.
See, at a third world, yani magari ni za zile za 1960. They're not, to import a car in Ethiopia was so expensive.
The taxes, yes.
Yeah, there was no new car. Every car was 1970, 1978. The date of manufacture. So you can imagine the streets, old cars, you know. Fast forward, I went there this year with Safari. So Oye was part of this thing called the Safaricom Spark Accelerator Program. Safaricom was the Ethiopia business. They took us. Boss, I kid you not, where we were staying, 1 in 5 cars was electric.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Electric bikes. Modern, you're using AI to do what? It just felt like now, the first time I went, I felt like I went back in time.
Yes.
This time I felt like I went, I was like, damn, So I want to know, what is Ethiopia doing? What laws are they changing?
Yes.
Those are the types of conversations we're having. Right? So then I bring the Tala CEO.
Yes.
You're asking me about our business. Tala launches in Kenya, but is in 9 markets. The first instinct is people will say, oh, Tanzania, Uganda. No, Mexico, Dominican Republic, India, Vietnam,
and
Philippines.
It's called Tala.
Tala. Yeah.
Oh.
You know who's launching India business?
No.
A lady called Anstella Mombi. You know who's launching Mexico business? A lady called Anstella Mombi. So there's a Kenyan who went to school in Nakuru, went to JKUAT, now launching billion-dollar businesses in Vietnam, in Philippines. That's a brilliant mind.
So it started in Kenya?
In Kenya, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And kwa nini ampendagi sisi watu wa Apple?
Huh?
Apple
najua hakuna mtu anatumianga Apple Kenya.
Amwezi ingia backend yetu na kwaga I think ni privacy. Singine because these lending companies, one of the things ilikuwa nimesahau.
How many smartphone penetration? Angalia number of iPhones in the market. They're less than 1,000.
One of the things nilikuwa nimesikiaga like Ian angekuwa hapa angekwambia, but Ian alikuwa ananiambia vile ashaipigiwa ilikuwa ni nini? Like ilikuwa ni auntie yake ashaipigiwa kumwambia unajua nani hajalipa deni wewe tutakujia hapa waka nashindwa unajua vile nyinyi ufanyaga mpaka watu wanajua the bad financial choices that people have made, but with Apple you guys are not able to see there.
We are not allowed to see SMSs anymore even on Google. The Kenyans don't buy Apple phones. It's rich people. It's you rich people. By the way, even me, my phone is the Samsung. We don't buy Apple phones. You know why? Because the best smartphones are the Samsung Android. Right? That's what Kenyans have decided. So when you look at smartphones in the market, like us, we do 300,000 smartphones a month.
Yes.
For lending. Not one is Apple.
Oh.
Not one. Not even half is Apple.
Makes sense. But so unasema si juu ya privacy, the fact that amwezi
No,
on the
Apple
other
doesn't
side.
have who uses umeefika mahali popote watu like let's say the other day I was in Baringo. You think there's a guy in Baringo using an Apple?
And isiliu juu ya jo vile Apple
Those are
Apple
1,000
isiliwaga
people,
ni
2,000 people.
wasom wanapenda Apple to a certain
Sana.
level, man, like
But some don't borrow. So it's haram.
yeah.
So Muslims don't borrow. That's why they have Sharia compliant loans. Muslims don't borrow. We don't have big customers in Garissa and
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Then they have their own system for
I know
lending.
they have their own system, but I was assuming kama wewe ni raia wa kawaida, so you have to play. So vile usema
We don't have big business coming from that side. In fact, if the one that they want is trade, and then there's a way you have to do the financing so it's Sharia compliant. But we don't get big businesses in Gikomba, the markets, Kariako. What's the one there in Tao? Tirum, that whole area, Tirum.
Oh, so by that unamaanisha you guys can see where the majority of the customers are coming from.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Even to the time. I can tell which building you're in. Yeah.
Okay.
You borrow from me, I know you're here.
Kuja mniamshe saa 7 usiku.
Konene, so nimekuwa nikibonga na wasi wako US, najua na wasi wangu wako US jo, kama bado hujajoin LemFi jo, nangoja nini? Make sure umetumia promo code IKONINI. But saizi wacha nibonge na wasi wako Europe na pia nibonge na wasi wako Brito. Usisahau kuwa join LemFi na tumia promo code IKONINI so that on your first transaction ya 100 euros utabaki umepata 10 euros cashback. Na kama uko Britain, on your first transaction ya 100 pounds utabaki umepata 10 pounds cashback. So nangoja nini? Baki umechangamka. Na usahau kuwa bado ukiwa hizo ma area za majuu utabaki umepay your bills hapa Kenya. Tuseme unataka kulipia madhako internet ama unataka kumlipia stima, unaweza tumia paybill haraka. Madha anaweza kupigia jua kuambia yuko kwa line jo. Anataka till, yani umwambie tu tuma till number, alafu unaingia kwa LemFi, unabaki umechangamka haraka. So baki umechangamka, fika LemFi, tumia promo code IKONINI. Jia nini? LemFi ni international payments for everyone. IKONINI.
So I've heard people say that apps kama Oya hivi they can kauko na deni yao wanakuona unaingia na dem wanalenga tu, unasikia ukimkatia wanalenga as soon as amevua tu hivi wanaingia, yani unataka kumpatia na hawezi lipa deni, akikupatia mimba ataweza kulipia mtoto, you see. So that's how we know hizi lending companies zenyu, but at least ulijitetea ukasema Oya is a rogue lender.
Rogue lender, yes.
Yeah.
If you're not, I keep telling Kenyans, licensed. Before you borrow, check if they're licensed.
Now how does someone check that?
CBK has a list, right? That's publicly available. As our website deepsack.co.k, there's a list. If you even just Gemini it, right? Literally Google it, you'll find that registered and licensed lenders publicly state that they are.
Okay.
Because it's a badge of honor. Yeah.
Yes,
it's a badge of honor.
Okay. And of course, tukifikiria your finances, we have to think about politics, yes? So right now, I hear everyone saying the economy is doing really badly. So for nyinyi as lenders, when do you think an economy is doing badly? When people are borrowing a lot or when people are not borrowing?
So there's two things, yeah? You've asked two questions.
Yeah.
For us, economy that's doing well is the best type of economy for us. It's when we're making money.
Yeah.
And the data is telling us that the economy is not doing badly, is not doing great, but it's trending in the right direction.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be, in finance, say up and right?
Yes.
That the curve. It's not growing the way we want, but imagine the economy is going this way. I'll give you a very simple example. Drive around Kilimani, South Sea, Kileleshwa. All those buildings coming up, right? Who's building them? Guys are going to say it's Somali, it's Chinese, it's whatnot. But that money is being invested locally.
Yes.
Right? Talk about digital lending. I'm telling you now, we're doing 20B a month. That money is coming from abroad, is being invested locally.
Yes.
So there's money. I think what my take is, there's two things happening in Kenya and in the world in general. We have moved from a pre-COVID world to a post-COVID world. And there are some people who are still stuck in that pre-COVID world and are being left behind. And you are a good example. Uliniambia ulianza hii podcast 2021.
Yes. Post-COVID.
Post-COVID. Today, when you release anything, you think you're going to get 10 people watching. You get the thousands, right? There are radio stations that used to be you. Today, they are getting the few hundreds. You're getting the thousands. What has been the switch? The switch is now we live in a post-COVID world.
Yes.
So there's a post-COVID world economy that is growing, and it's growing fast.
Okay.
And if you're still in pre-COVID, you're dying. So you could be a big business. You're doing 1 billion shillings a month, a year. But every year, you're doing less. So last year, you did 1.2. This year, you do 1 billion. Next year, you do 800. And by the time we get to 2030, you'll be bankrupt, if not sooner. And there are many businesses like that. And that's what's affecting Kenyans. The other thing affecting Kenyans slowly but surely is the cost of living. So it feels like that 1,000 bob doesn't take you as far as it used to. That's another very real problem that's happening in this economy. Kama bei ya mafuta bwana.
Alafu najua shida ya bei ya mafuta is when you bring the politics into it, it becomes tricky. Because like right now, the war ya Iran inaendelea, and the Kenyan opposition has made Kenyans believe that somehow Ruto has some magic tricks up his AWS that he can use to give us fuel at affordable prices. You understand now?
Yeah.
It brings a very interesting situation. And when you live in a country where even saying that means you're two-term, you understand? Like we live in a very...
Let me give you numbers. Kenya buys $500 million worth of fuel every month.
Yeah.
You know, that's nothing. If you go to Walmart's probably spending the same as a company.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Equals country, right? Kenya is spending the same amount of money per month on fuel as many companies in the world. So even our negotiating position in the global markets,
it's not there,
boss. So to even to imagine that, in fact, if just by imagining Ruto has the power, is giving him a lot of hash.
Yeah. You're kufikiria ati
you're giving him hash he doesn't even deserve. Because I mean, what is 500? I'm telling you, the Saudis are moving maybe $30-40 billion a month. Yeah. You go to US is spending, I mean, if we Google, I'm sure they're spending, 18-19 million barrels a month. No, a day, sorry. A day.
Yes.
Right? A day. Then you're talking about $500 million a month. You cannot control, the way the pricing works for oil, the president has no power.
But unajua tukiongea hivyo, there's a Kenyan comprehending it like we are two-term.
Yes, that's a problem.
So you ugopi uko karibu kwanza,
no, because,
let the cake bake and people are going to say that guy is two-term.
No. So me, I'm a businessman. In fact, you know Merali?
Yeah.
Merali has this famous thing he said, Ajib, any government in power. Right? So me, I'm any government in power. Because me, I'm not sold by the politics, the personality. Right? Me, I understand the mechanics. Remember I told you I'm a lobbyist?
Yes.
So I'll give you a good example. People will ask me, when has it been better to lobby? Now in Uhuru's time. I tell them now.
Why? Because
if you understand the way politics is being designed in Kenya through the new constitution, is a president is not as powerful as people think. The real power sits in parliament. Right? So if the president has many MPs, right, it's easy to pass laws.
Yes.
If you remember Uhuru's last term, he didn't have the MPs on his side. Right? So he was a lame duck president in a sense, right? So for me, it isn't that Uhuru was bad or Ruto is better. It's that the way the setup is set up, this is an easier time to pass laws because the president and the parliament are aligned.
Yes.
Next election, whether Ruto or whoever wins, right? My biggest worry is that now he won't have the votes in parliament. So he'll be a lame duck president. Right? So that's my real issue. Whether it's 2-term, 1-term, those are emotional. I don't buy into the personality. I see why Kenyans love it. I mean, we love our politics, but that's not what really matters.
Yes,
What
yes.
really matters is hard facts. And the hard fact is, if you do not control parliament
Yes.
as the president, you are a lame duck president. So even if we put Mwaf, loves the people, nini, but you have one MP and you're the president. And then Kevin has 270 MPs. I'm the real boss.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's why Raila was powerful, by the way. That's why both Ruto and Uhuru needed Raila, because Raila had MPs. That's why Gachagua is doing what Gachagua is doing.
Yes.
He wants a party that he has MPs, because he wants to be able to move the needle. If somebody says we want to pass a law for X, and he tells his MPs no, even if it's a good idea and they say no, doesn't matter what the president does.
Yes.
Yeah. So 2 term, 1 term, me a magic.
Any government in power.
Because the other thing I must add is I'm a patriot. So I'll always respect the office of the president.
Okay.
Right? It's again not about the personality. If Ruto walks in here, right, as President Ruto, I will stand up. If he's not president, I will sit down and say, boss, I have a bit of beef.
He'll stand up and shake his bloodied hands.
Yeah, because if he's president, I have no choice. I respect the office. The office of the president has nothing to do with Ruto or Mwaf or Kevin. It's the office.
Yeah.
Right? If now he comes and he becomes Raya like us, right? Now we can have, even the way I'll talk to him will be different. Yeah. You heard Donald Trump saying how his best friend was calling him Mr. President. He said, call me Dan. He's saying, no, man, you're not president.
Yes. Yeah, I understand. I think I've always said the same thing, that you have to respect the office. Like, there was a whole debate when he went for Kalasha Awards, and I saw someone write some very dumb thing, like, how did they allow him to come here?
Allow him? How do you allow the president?
I've know that dumb woke bullshit that you see online. So I was there. So I called out the guy. I was like, there's no one allowing this guy to show up. He can even show up in your house. That's how messed up it is. Like, if there was a threat to Kenya and the only way for the president to be saved was for him to sleep on your bed, he'd sleep on your bed and your ass would be outside getting shot. Like, it's simple as that.
The office.
Yes.
We must protect the office.
Yes.
Yeah?
So
and we as Kenyans are the ones who chose the man to be in that office. So once he's in the office, he's in the office. Now, does it make him perfect? No. Do we disagree with him? I live in Kenya, a democratic state. I can disagree with him publicly.
Yes.
And I do. I do. I call them out in the newspaper. I call them out when I go to parliament. I call them out. But I also agree with them sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, because sometimes they're also saying what I want to hear.
I think that's the interesting thing, that in Kenya right now, we cannot even agree on the fact that even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yes.
Understand? So you have a situation whereby people will tell you, I do not want the Mauri Roni Summit Road. Yes. I do not want the airport. I do not want
SGR.
I do not want SGR. I don't want the Lamu refinery. Somehow we've become these guys who really care about the environment. And, it's always a lot of fun to hear Kenyans talking about the environment till you realize that even when you look at cities, Kenya has some of the fewest trees in cities. Like, if you look at the New Yorks of this world, you expect them to have less trees than Kenya. They're full of trees. Sisi tumekata miti kila pahali. But sasa hapa Lamu refinery, that's where now worry your environment.
Moaf, I have to disagree with you. And I hope I'm allowed to.
Yes, you're allowed to.
So one, Kenya's Nairobi, is what they call city in the sun. It's called a garden city.
Okay.
And the idea, if you read the plan in 1960, was a garden city is flowers, trees everywhere. So if you go to like a lot of old neighborhoods in Nairobi, you see it. Right? I don't know, you go Loresho, you go Kilimani, the old Kilimani, the old Lavington, right? Beautiful, right? In fact, I always, when I'm with my Muzungu, I host a lot of Muzungus. So when I'm picking them from the airport, one of the things I show them is, see us, we sell flowers on the side of the street.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Beautiful. And I tell, look at that tulip, look at that. So one, Kenya has always been green in the DNA.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Number two, other reason I disagree with you is we must be able to debate issues.
Yes.
Like from a climate change perspective,
Okay.
where so we cannot negate a different point of view.
Okay.
But I want now to come back where I agree with you. Anyone who's saying that the Lamu refinery is a bad idea, right, has not understood the impact it can have on their children's children.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
They are thinking in a very, what we call myopic. Unaona tu, that refinery, whether you like it or not, we use fossil fuels.
Yes.
Right? We spend $1. I've already told you how much? $500 million. Imagine if we paid for that fuel in shilling instead of dollar.
Yeah, it's going to be, even for us, you can now take a drive for fun.
Yeah.
Right now you can
the
take
price
a drive
of
for
fuel will go down so significant that now, when people say it's expensive to manufacture in Kenya, no. You can now walk out, start a factory.
Yes.
Right? You can now there's so much you can do the moment energy is cheap. You know, people don't realize energy is the number one thing you want to solve in your economy. The moment energy is cheap and accessible, hakuna mtu anakushika.
Okay. I think tuna agree. I think the part ile na nini, niko sure ushaenda States, yes?
Many times, yeah.
Have you driven like around, like taken those long trips?
So
how many trees do you see on the highways?
So America is a weird place, eh?
Yeah.
America has several types of cities. So you have the cities that were there before independence. Like,
yes.
I have one of my children's my elder daughter goes to school in the US.
Yes.
So the town she's in is a little town that was there even before.
Yeah.
The US was the US. So beautiful, walkable, trees, neighborhoods, set up nicely, very beautiful. In fact, there, even security, you don't even hear of insecurity.
Yes.
Then you've got New York. Huh? When the first time I landed in New York, I had to put Alicia Keys' Jay-Z.
Yeah, New York. Yeah. Funny enough, my daughter loves that and she's 11. So
yeah, it's a good. So that's a concrete jungle. Concrete. Let me explain.
And I'll disagree with you. I'll disagree with you on that. Yeah.
But what they've done is they've got green spaces.
Yeah.
Right? So like if you're in Manhattan, let me tell you, you have to find a tree. Right?
Okay.
There are a couple of trees on the street, and very few, by the way, but you have to find a tree. You have to say, I'm looking for the park. Then you look for the Hyde Park, and then you get to Hyde Park. No, Hyde Park is in London. You look for Central Park, sorry.
Yeah.
Then you find Central Park. And then they have little parks around,
Okay. And ndio nakuuliza counties or parks compare na Nairobi, our CBD. Don't forget CBD, it's so small. Like compared to these cities, CBD is super small, yes? And the easiest way musema ni aerial shot. Like when you're landing at an airport, just look at the number of trees you'll see. You'll find even New York has more trees than Nairobi. That we fucked Nairobi so much that we've come up with this concrete jungle of very ugly buildings.
Yes.
That's what pisses me off. It's very ugly buildings, and somehow we treat trees like only people in Muthaiga deserve trees. Only people
So
in
there I agree
Karen
with you.
deserve trees. Only,
I agree
lakini,
with you.
But ukienda huku, like I remember going to meet, there's this friend of mine anaitwa Mr. K4. So he lives in Jersey. And mpaka I had to ask him, like, Buda jo, mnaishi kwa msitu jo. It's trees. Then mnafika pahali. Mpaka nikuwa na muenjoy that, those two movies that start where the car stalls and then you hear some rustling. Kenya, for you to do that, it's very few places, and we are still cutting the trees. We are building hotels, ndani ya parks. So I feel like we don't respect nature. That's what I was trying to put across. Like,
No, so right now I feel like there's a generation. You're right. There I agree with you. There's a generation of Kenyans, and I think, and it's that president's age.
yeah.
Right? Because it's our dads. The trade-off is too much. They're willing to trade off the green
Yeah.
for everything else. I'll tell you my favorite city in the world right now is a place called Baku.
Baku iko Azerbaijan. Okay.
I go to Baku very often.
Okay.
In Baku,
acha niku interrupt kidogo. Nikiwa mtoi, my nickname was Abaku. I know why. Because my other name was Habakuk. But hey,
so your name is Habakuk.
But it's not in any document. It was just a name that I used to be called in the house. Never left outside. Nilikamkwambia watu tukiwa hapa Ikonini that naitwa Habakuk.
I'll be calling you Habakuk from now on. So Habakuk, I was telling you, my favorite city in the world. Right now. My favorite city in the world is Nairobi and Hanoi in Vietnam.
Okay.
But Baku has I'm falling in love with Baku, and I'm spending a lot of time in Baku. Baku is an old city.
Okay.
1,000+ years old. And now is when in the last 20 years, let's say 50 years, they've made a lot of oil money. So there's a lot of oil. So they're building these high rises like we're building in Nairobi.
Yes.
But they do it with
well,
man. Spacing. Every high rise must have, walking, parking, space, so that you're not just looking, building, and then it looks like...
We call it beacon to beacon.
Yeah. Are they tall? Very tall.
Yes.
But you live... It's a nice... it's well thought out. So when you do that aerial shot of Baku, oh my God.
It's beautiful.
It's designed. You can see somebody is
down.
Proud of their urban planning work. In fact, when Ruto was there, he was there for the World Urban Forum.
Oh, it's when he was saying that kuna kitu Ruto alisema ati nowadays people are not used to skyscrapers. Now they're used to skyscrapers. I remember that bullshit.
That's where he was. He was in Baku and he said that. And when I understood, the weird thing is I knew exactly there's a part of the speech where he was, you could see he was talking about just, man, this is what we are trying to do.
Yes.
But here's the problem with Kenya, the difference between Kenya and Baku. And it's something I'm learning because I'm doing business with the Azerbaijani. We call them the Azeri. These old cultures, there's an understanding of past, present, and future.
Okay.
Right? And so they seem to understand that an action today has an impact in the future. And that impact, that future, one day this will be the past and somebody will study what went wrong and da-da-da. So when you now think about how we issue like licenses and policies for the real estate, the objective is not this place we want our world to be like. So we're not thinking that we want to build this, Baku wants to build a nirvana. They want you to feel like you're in heaven when you're in Baku, right? They want you to feel that you're proud of this city.
Yes.
The guys in our county government,
they don't care.
I don't know. You see, it's not that they don't care. I am certain they don't care because if they did, right, they would be trying to get us there. And you see, when you have so much demand from developers, that is a good thing, right? That means there's somebody who's saying, I want to come invest.
Yes.
Why don't we panga them?
Like,
tuwaweke, tuwachonge.
So, where solution yako inza kwa nini? Ya beacon to beacon? Like,
no,
what
we just need to do urban planning so that we are... Because, look, the reality is Africa, we're urbanizing faster than everywhere else, right? I was reading somewhere that by 2040 or 2050, we could be 80% urban. So that means we need living, we need schools, but in that same breath, we need relaxation.
And we need spaces.
We need spaces, right? We need arts. We need to be able to run. Our children need to be able to play football, basketball, climb trees. They need to be safe, right? Not raped, not harassed, not stolen, not kidnapped. So my solution is we need to start thinking like a unit. Stop the short-termism. Start the long-term thinking.
You Nini, China, which cities have you visited, Uko?
I've been to Beijing, Shanghai.
Yeah, because one thing I loved about China, nilienda tu majuzi Guangzhou na Shenzhen, and I want to go back.
Shenzhen blew your mind, eh?
Yes, I want to go back. This time nataka kuenda ni spend more time in Shenzhen because I spent a lot of time in but wife alienda place inaitwa Guilin.
I know Guilin.
She went to Shanghai and Guilin and then Guangzhou. Guangzhou really impressed me. She was not impressed by it. But me, it really impressed me the smooth roads. The fact that I'd say the closest to Guangzhou roads that nimepata Kenya ni ushaitoka kwa expressway pale through Museum Hill. There's that ka stretch, I think inaitwa Lagos Road. It's this ka small part where that makes no sense. I don't know if next time ukiwa hapo ukitoka nini angalia Museum Road expressway kuna ka place waka smooth. Like you don't even feel a single bump. That to me is the closest to Guangzhou. But now one thing I noticed about Guangzhou is they are building a lot of buildings but they are thin. So they are very long but thin, so they are spaces. Kenya we build fat buildings but a little bit short. That means hatuachi space ya kucheza. Unajua building ikiwa refu hapa na ingine ikiwa refu pale, I can, instead of having 30 floors and it's fat, give me 60 floors of a thin building and give me some space.
There's
for
so
nature.
many solutions. Yes.
Let's check. And you're there wondering like why and who's you do want to live in West T in a house that has no sunlight?
No.
Like who wants to live there?
That's what I'm telling you. Long term is, we have to start thinking long term. And when I now go to these old cities, I'm telling you, like now I'm doing business with the Azeris. 1,000-year-old tribe. You know, as we only know tribe from 1960. Imagine quoting something from 1164.
Yes.
You're saying, you know, when our ancestors came in the 1100s, this was the vision. Na sasa tuko hapa, tumefika hapa. Now us in 2026, we are going to take it paka pale.
Yes.
In Kenya, the problem we have is that that's it. We are thinking till 2027. Then the guy of 2027 comes, 2032. Then when they're coming, they're not thinking about what do they want for Nairobi or Kenya. They're thinking about what they want for themselves.
Yeah.
But part of the problem is also the Kenyan. The Kenyan is so easily cheated by narrative. Oh, one leader says, this type of people, they're bad. Everyone now starts saying, yes, they're bad. Oh, anyone who agrees with something with the government is two-term. Tuwachape. No one is thinking critically to ask, are these good ideas? Are these bad ideas? Is this what Kenya needs? Who is asking the question? What makes you a Kenyan, for example? Do you know?
I actually don't know. I don't know because I always say that mimi sasa vile umesema hivyo imenikumbusha one of the reasons why people call me two-term is because I always disagree with a lot of stuff that Gachagua does. I always feel like he talks about mlima. And I want someone to talk about Kenya. We need to have that pride. You know that pride where nikoshua toki Azerbaijan or one of these cities and you see someone with that ka bracelet.
Buddha!
Unajua gavile mtu fry. Hiyo time ufikiriage umetoka mlima, umetoka lake, umetoka coast. Hakunaga hiyo shit. It's you are Kenyan. Unacheki, and with that vile unabonga juu ya like 1,000 cities and this short termism as we've called it. It's very sad because sometimes inafikaga when you go to such cities and you come back to Nairobi, I don't know you you can digress kidogo, but kuna kuwaga na ile feeling ya disappointment where you land home, you are happy and sad at the same time. Ukipanga tu hiyo line ya airport hivi unakumbukaga like this is incompetence.
This is in fact it's sometimes I'm even coming back with investors. I feel like crying.
Because umetoka huko kila kitu iko digitized, kila kitu ni safi. Umekuja pale umepanga kale ni wanao ni siji wa Kenya na abiria siji.
You come through the tent one. Forget the KQ one. This one of the side.
Nasikiaga tu ya tent, nasikiaga Ruto tu akibonga juu yake.
Man, it even smells like a toilet because the toilet is not clean. Like if it's a hot day. And it's a hot day, you've come in the morning 9 a.m., those 10 a.m. flights, or in the afternoon, man, the whole place smells of peace, man. It's so embarrassing. But no one is so
now, lakini you remember what I was saying? Right now, since this Ruto guy is bad, we are not allowed to say that him coming up with that airport is a good thing. You understand? That's now the part I always ask people. Like, do you love Kenya or do you love politicians?
I'm not sure.
Because if the politicians...
Yes. Do you love Kenya or do you... That's such a beautiful question. Do you love Kenya or do you love politicians? And that's what I'm saying. Kenyans, which is a camera, Kenyans, please. Stop being cheated with... Like that babe who is you know the one you're telling me about. You're taken out, you're given one kabia, then you're beaten at home. And then tomorrow they come to ask you for a date, you say yes. It's like you're so desperate. Like, just stop, think. Hey, I'm a beautiful babe. Kenya is a beautiful place. Kenya has the 2010 constitution. I keep telling guys, read constitutions.
Yes.
Just Gemini it. Kenya is up there.
Yeah.
Right? Up there, structure-wise. The president does not have supreme power.
Yes.
He can't just wake up and decide. Right? Parliament has to go through a process. Right? Your neighbor can't just come and start playing music loudly. You know, we live in a very well thought out society, but we're easily cheated by cheap theatrics.
Yeah. Because even like Nini, and how your train of thought, there's a time I was thinking about affordable housing. And I was like, I think this Ruto guy went about it the wrong way. Instead of affordable housing the whole of Kenya, should have concentrated on the major cities, starting with Nairobi. This is what I'd say. Instead of you building me some flats in the middle of Bomet, let's start with Nairobi. But now, build me a house that my children have spaces to play in, but in Nairobi. And also, target also the middle class. Let it not just be affordable for the affordable. Let it be like, you know what about the middle class? Because if you go to most societies, you'll find that the middle class own houses. Kenya, it's the sort of country where the middle class don't own houses. Najua. Like, watu wanajitaga middle class, but you can't actually afford to own a house.
So let me tell you about affordable housing now from government side. The real brain behind affordable housing is a guy called Charles Hinga.
Yeah, I know him. Is this guy who sweat? Well, gonna sweat kitambo. Yeah.
First of all, Charles Hinga is a brilliant man. Ex-South Africa, right? Did it for South Africa.
Okay.
Was poached to come to Kenya. Comes up with a plan. So affordable housing solves some key problems for Kenya. Forget housing.
Yes.
But other problems.
Yeah.
What does affordable housing need? It needs mjengo workers. So in these towns where men don't have jobs, because Mwaf,
yes,
employment is the biggest challenge of our time. You and me, our generation, as leaders, as thought leaders, the problem we should be focusing on is unemployment, because you see it, young men sitting chewing jabba the whole day, every city, town in Nairobi, in Kenya. So what they were trying to solve for, because I was sitting in a room somewhere and these things were being decided, planned in Uhuru's time.
Yes.
In a think tank, so not even in government. And the idea was, let's create something that just creates jobs, at what we call jobs that don't need an education level, so that people can eat low-skilled jobs. Yeah. The second thing is we needed to jumpstart our cement economy.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because what does housing need? It needs cement. And what cement is if you look at any big economy, cement, China, look at how much cement they use, right? It tells you how much your economy is growing. And we have so many cement factories that were starting to die. People don't realize they were now starting to die.
Okay.
So how do we jumpstart them? That's how ARM died. Remember ARM died at river mining? And a lot of these others were now on what they call the deathbed. So Gava needed to put
inject. Yes.
Third is we have an urban housing problem.
Yes.
So how do you solve all three problems? You bring them together. Then it needed to be funded. Now, this is where I come and tell you. Uhuru wanted to be the one to launch affordable housing. But it never passed in parliament because he never had the votes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? So that's why it's still Charles Hinga running the project Charles was running it in
Uhuru.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, he was a PS then of housing. Today is the PS of housing. Yeah.
Oh, sikuwa najua.
Yeah,
Okay.
So the difference was the 13th parliament, the president had power. So he said, Kenyan, of course he's referring to parliament.
Yes.
We are passing this thing. And all the MPs passed it. That's when now we got housing levy. Right? Uhuru tried to pass a housing levy. It failed because parliament refused to give it to him.
Okay. Sikuwa najua hiyo.
Do you now understand Kenya? Kenya is not a president.
That one I've always known.
Yeah.
That's why, like, and it's not even just a
It's
president.
not personality.
Yes, and it's not politicians.
It's not
Like, I see,
politicians.
just because they tell you something. Like, I was reacting to there's something that Sifuna likes saying. Sifuna likes saying that I'll not assure you of building stadiums and whatever, but I'll assure you that I won't kill your children. And I always say, to me, that's such a low bar. Like, we have to set, cause human rights should not be something that I take pride in. It's like kuja kunisifia like, hey, mwaf, vile tumemeet, ungeniambia like, hey, ni aje, unajua mimi sipigange waifu wangu. I'm not
like,
supposed to respect you for that. It's,
Again,
you understand?
Our
It's,
constitution. Me, I'll always go back.
yeah,
What's the first? We the people.
yeah.
Right? Then we have a Bill of Rights. As a Kenyan, there are minimum rights I must be handled with. Whether you like it or not.
Yes.
The way I handle you, the way you handle me, those minimum rights are there. That cannot be a qualification for a president or an MP or an MC or a CEO.
So, like, I was reacting to him and I said, like, one of the things I want him to tell me is how is he going to create jobs? Because remember when you talked about creating jobs, people forget when people don't have jobs, that's when even crime goes high. Like, if people have something to do, angalia countries kama kina China, why is there basically zero crime? It's because there's like most people have jobs.
Yeah,
so people have something to do.
From the bottle skilled all the way to the top job. And then they allow for entrepreneurship so that you can build businesses.
Yeah.
Me, I like using numbers. You know, I don't know if you've noticed. I love numbers. Me, the number, and I'll now curse. I rarely curse. That makes me shit bricks every morning.
Yeah.
Is 1 million young people graduate from KCSE every year. And they finish.
Yes.
Namaliza form 4 chem. Form 4 fizo.
Yes.
Alafu wanaingia soko. Soko has not absorbed the guys who came last year.
Yes. Hao wengine wameingia.
And next year there'll be 1 million. This December, another 1 million. Next December, another 1 million. The other December, another 1 million. That's the biggest problem of our time.
Alafu, at that point, you still have a presidential candidate who goes and says, you know what, tourists, stay away. Msikuja for 1 year till I win the presidency, then you can come back.
So how do you want me? So that, like, I saw that. I was like, how does this person want me to support them?
See, you're supposed to support them because it's a cool thing to do. Because if you don't support them, then you're two-term. You understand that bullshit? And when you call out the bullshit, someone is like, oh, you are either tribal or you are supporting the government or you are... Like, I cannot...
How can you say investors don't come? How do you say tourists? Do you know tourism? Tourism.
Powerful for Kenya.
I told you I'm learning a lot about Azerbaijan because I'm studying. They spend $2.1 billion and there are 10 million of them.
Okay.
Traveling.
Shit.
10 million of them.
Because they have disposable income.
How many of them come to Kenya?
Sure, very few. But
last year, I think it was 88.
88 of them? But I'm assuming they don't know about us because we have a beautiful
Why? Because we have people who are not focusing on selling the country.
Okay. Because I think you see, you
have Safari, you have Coast, you've got...
Alafu, angalia pia vile tumetoka kuongea juu ya love the country, not politicians. When Gachagua says that, people don't see that he's hurting Kenya. Then they see he's hurting Ruto.
Yeah.
Ruto will be gone. Like if...
Kwanza Ruto now is rich.
Yeah. Alafu,
Ruto has friends in Dubai who give him planes.
Yes. Alafu ni ile, like, try to imagine if the tourists were decided to listen to this mad guy and they didn't show up for a whole year. That's, tunaget 39.3% of our GDP ni tourism. Try to imagine how devastating that would be, even to you in the finance sector. Because everything is interconnected.
No, that's why I'm unhappy with the comment. One of my biggest customers, demographics, is the tour operators. Who do you think needs working capital for fuel? Who do you think needs working capital to fix their vans? Yeah. Who needs to buy tomatoes and meat and onions to feed people? It's restaurants, it's hotels. Those are my customers. Who is the mama mboga being the one, my 4G, that is in the market selling tomatoes? Who is the mama mboga? Kwani she's selling to some random guy. Sits to the hotel.
Yes.
Right? So, and that's what pisses me off, man. This this love of the politician. I mean,
And when you call it out, you're like, you're a sellout. It's just
those are
nonsense.
the real sellouts. The real sellouts are the people who don't love Kenya.
They love politicians.
And I always ask people, what does it mean to be Kenyan? You know, you didn't even answer. Can I tell you why I'm asking that question?
Yeah.
Because people have never really thought what being Kenyan means. You know, your grandmother wasn't really Kenyan,
Yes.
right? Your father might have been part
Kenyan.
part
Yes.
whatever tribe you are. You and me are the first real generation who can say, I'm a Kenyan. So what does that mean to you?
The funny thing is, when you ask me that, I'll be honest to say that I don't know. And the reason why I don't know what it means to be Kenyan is because I try every day to be Kenyan. And every time that I try to be Kenyan, I meet resistance.
What do you mean you try to be Kenyan? What does
I
being
try-
Kenyan mean? That's what I'm asking.
Yes, I try to be. Being Kenyan is, so you know, there's this country, there are these borders that when you look at on a paper, it's a very beautiful map. It's like one of the most beautiful maps in the world. You'd think an interior designer designed it. You know that? Like most maps zinaka. So najua natoka hii place. And according to Mimi, since natoka hii place, everything that we do should be for the collective good of everyone in this place. But I feel like there's never been any time in history when things have been done for the collective good of Kenyans. It's always either for collective, a small portion of Kenya. And if it's not a small portion of Kenya, it's the elites in Kenya. So, and every time that you call that out and you're like, you know what, we need to do something that's good for all of us. And I call like, no, you're not saying that. You're saying that because you hate this person. You're saying that because you hate this region. You're saying that because you... So that's why I say like, I don't know. I try to be Kenyan, but there's so much resistance. But from what I see other people, like when I was in China, I could see what being Chinese meant.
What does it mean to be Chinese?
I felt like there's that, like everything that's done is done for the collective good of everyone. So you'll hear something like public hospitals are better than private hospitals in China. You understand? So to me, that means that the country cares, that when you're born there, you know there's something greater than me, the individual. There's the collective good. All of us are being taken care of. It's not a few people. But in Kenya, ushaisikiaga ile that saying that si tuuze kila mtu apatiwe share yake aende zake. Ushaisikiaga that? I don't think in China unaweza sikia kitu kama hiyo.
So
I don't know how to define. Or maybe unaweza define.
No. So because there's somewhere I'm going with this.
Yeah.
When you ask an American, what does it mean to be America? What do they say?
I don't know. Land
Say
of the
I'm
free, home of the brave.
Home of the brave.
Yeah.
The American dream. What does the American dream mean? It
Uh,
means that I can land on this
yes.
land.
Yes.
Not white, black,
Yes.
poor, rich, right? And it is my right to be free and to be brave. Therefore, I can attempt whatever idea I have. And I go. Then,
Yes.
Then you have Elon Musk.
Yeah.
South African moves to US.
America.
Now
Yes.
he's a trillionaire, richest man in America.
Yes.
That's the American dream. Japan. What does somebody, you ask a Japanese, they'll tell you honor, peace,
Yes.
diligence, discipline,
Yes.
love your surroundings. You had the Japanese, they would clean up the stadiums.
Yes.
Right? Because to be Japanese is to be orderly. It means I pick up my shit when I throw things. I don't throw things, I throw them in the, right?
Dustbin and...
Higher.
Yeah.
To be German, right? And that's how Germans, if you read history, that's why Germans are so easily confused by these demagogues. That's how they go to war.
Yeah.
Because a German just has to be told, you are German. He says, I'm German.
Yeah.
What does it mean? It means I am strong. It means I am intelligent. It means I am organized. It means that we as a people are better than everyone else. Even if it means it's the wrong way of looking at things. You know, like the Chinese, that's the way. The Chinese, their thing is, we are one family.
Yeah.
I'm part of the China family. The party is the party. The party leads us. But I am part of this Chinese family.
Yeah.
What does Kenya mean? And I think that's the problem. No one has given us an answer, right? What does Kenya mean? What does it mean to be Kenyan? Does it mean to be a runner? Does it mean to eat ugali? Jumbo. The tourists come. Jumbo.
You see, here Kenya, it's so interesting that I don't know if you saw the reaction to Gachagua, how the coastal people reacted to Gachagua. Do you know, they brought up the tribal aspect. They were like, why isn't he saying that tourists should not buy tea and coffee?
Yeah.
So that shows you that we never look at Kenya as Kenya. Because I remember when I was reacting to that, I just looked at tourism and I said this thing creates 1.8 million jobs. It's 9.3% of the GDP. So we can't mess with it, because this would mean that if it's 1.8 million jobs, it means at least 10 million people are benefiting from this. That means this. But the politicians, the first thing was like, why not tea and coffee? You understand? And that's the reason why I say that I don't know what it means to be Kenyan, because...
And that's, by the way, there lies the root of our problems. Because if you don't know who you are, then how can you be? Right? The Chinese proverb, if you know yourself and know your enemy, you need not care the result of 1,000 battles. The thinking around that is, if you know yourself and you know your enemy, utajua kucheza kama wewe.
Yes.
Right? But here we don't know ourselves. We don't have an identity. Right? So me, the way when I'm out there, I tell people that Kenyans, we are the smartest.
Yeah.
Because we are. Me, everywhere I go in the world.
Utapata Mkenya?
Apata Mkenya, love Mkenya ndo boss.
Na amemake it huko.
Not the cleaner.
Yes.
There might be a few cleaners who are Kenyan, but even the boss in Kenya, right? Kenyans, we're actually loving people.
Yes.
If there's somebody who loves their children and their family, Indians and then Kenyans.
Yes.
Right? I am. Third, we actually like peace. Because if you think about even our neighbors, except maybe Tanzania, everyone always fights.
Yes.
By the way, as we have a flashpoint. In Awaka, even our leaders go and say, That's what Baba used to do. Apana. Kibaki did this, apana. Right? So we like peace.
Yes.
And I think those are good fundamentals to start forming an identity. We're also very athletic. Right? A Kenyan, if you teach him how to swim from when he's 6 years old, he'll be an Olympic champion. Right? If you find So for me, that's what I'm always thinking. I'm always challenging people. That's why I was doing it with you. What does it mean to be Kenyan? Have you ever thought about it?
Okay, yeah, because it's not something that we think about.
It's not something that we think about.
Because even the few things as what does it even mean to be a Nairobian? Because it would come back.
I'm a real Nairobian.
Yeah.
Third generation. But my ID says I'm from Westlands.
Yeah. Hata yangu inakuwa imeandikwa, I think, Pumwani.
Yeah.
And you look at it, and sometimes you see, like, I always say when I was young, kusasa si tuli grow up on this other side of the city. Nyo najua mlikuwa hii side. We used to dream of living in West. There is some building iko saizi West ukiingia. I don't know hii barabara ni gani, but ukitoka museum, alafu come connect to West where your place mpaka and nini, I think it's Mudhithi.
Mudhithi or Westlands Road.
Yes, kuna building fulani hapo ya Beacon to Beacon. It's opposite this Romo Hotel or ROM.
I know Romo Hotel, yeah.
Yes. There's a building there of Beacon to Beacon. And I'm there looking at it, I'm like, why would I live in West and not have the sun? Because to me, enjoying nature is part of success. The way I've always...
Part of privilege.
Yes, you remember like the way... Like, sisi tukiwa side ingine tunasikia ni the leafy suburbs of the leafy.
Yeah.
So we are always like, you know what? Nataka nitengeneze ndo nikaishi Karen enjoy nature, nitakuwa na kale ka garden, nitakuwa na nini. So now if I can't afford the Karen, nimepata apartment West. Jua is the least of the things I deserve. So nataka uniambia niishi West na nawasha stima during the day. Fuck it. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
What does it mean to be Nairobian? Like, I love Nairobi music.
Yeah. Okay.
Genge tone, urban tone. Akina Sauti Soul.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like those guys are now starting to define Nairobi. Right? I love the art scene in Nairobi. My wife and I like going for plays.
Okay.
These days, we have comedy shows.
Yeah.
We have got, panels where, Amwaf is interviewing somebody in front of people.
Yeah.
Nairobi for me is, and as somebody who travels a lot, I find is probably the most fun city to learn.
Okay.
Because we've got museums, you've got art, you've got music. You can't huwezi kosa kitu cha kufanya, right? Like Friday to Sunday.
Yes.
Always something you can do that's interesting. But what does it mean to be Nairobian? Right?
Okay.
Did you have to be chapa and getter like me? Chapa and getter.
Ushabigwa?
Lazima.
Wapi?
In Tao.
Na vile ni mrefu Jomsali ruka kwanza kabla kushika mawe ilikuwa ama it was a taller guy.
It was so maybe I said it the wrong way, but I was robbed with a knife. Chapa and getter na
Yeah, okay. Ilikuwa knife
ilikuwa knife.
So ilikuwa ni knife na shonde ama tu knife tu?
Knife na shonde, alafu akachukua simu.
When?
I was 18.
Huh?
I was 18.
Oh, when you're 18. Okay.
About 20 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Kitu fani ni stage apongeta sijai niniwa. Someone has tried to snatch my phone. But I've always been very hyper alert. Like
but that's a Nairobian. So that's a Nairobian. Right? A Nairobian is hyper alert. In fact, like if you have cousins from Shags, like me, sure you have. Wanasemanga, you're too paranoid. Like me, I'm always you're too paranoid. Because tukiingia mali, I'm already opening, closing the windows.
Wacha to enjoy nani, the friend Ian. Because Ian tunaendaga naye kwa streets, and sometimes I find him on his phone and he's not concentrating. And I'll be like, hey, Buddha jo tuko kwa streets. Waje mwenye anaishi Kabete. So inakaa Kabete ni wacha Buddha jo. Because kwa gimina kwa gana that, I'm always hyper. Like after I check, if I see a Buddha guy moving slow or doing any bullshit,
even not boda human being, your eye is doing two things.
Like unafanya vitu mbili.
You're always aware of your surroundings.
So vile una traveling a lot, upatagi umepoteza rada because the minute that you figure these other countries where there is security kabisa.
No, so but there are some countries you're not safe.
Najua like you
London, like in London Johannesburg, you see like if you land in Johannesburg now, I feel it. I can't even walk in the street now.
Insecurity.
Just feel it, If you're in places like London, what I now do, and this sounds like very Barbie, is I only hang out on the westie of London.
Yeah.
Because now you start going to some parts of London, and then you're black. Then I'm big.
Kitu fani ni, unachiki the way wewe sasa, nasema hivi from Eric, but nye mli grow up kama Barbie in quotes.
Tunaitonga mababi kila mara.
Since mli grow up kama Barbie, you can think of going to a ghetto section of any city. Mimi will grow up in these poor neighborhoods. Everywhere that I go, you'll only find me in rich neighborhoods. Nikienda Cape Town, niko rich.
Wewe uko Francho.
Yeah, nilikuwa Texas alafu msana niambia mwafu ni aje jo. Sinikupeleke one the real Texas. Nimwambia sitaki kuiona. Mimi wacha ni enjoy kama mtalii nirudi. Yeah.
Take me to the country club.
Yeah. So hiyo story yako unabonga jua. Mimi nikienda London, I want you to take me to the safe places.
Okay.
I don't want you to at least do place knife ziko ndio ujue. Unajua pia huko kuna crime. Kuna crime. Sawa. Show me a website I can read about it. Mistake kwenda hizo.
Funny thing. Yeah. Then there are some cities like Dubai, Baku.
Yeah, super safe.
Tbilisi, Georgia. Man, you walk out at 3 a.m.
China,
Shenzhen.
Yeah. Zote, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, any place safe.
You can walk with gold and diamonds and none is stopping. In fact, police anakuuliza umepotea. You need directions? That's it. So,
and I think we can turn Nairobi into that. I always feel like it's not impossible. But we need to create jobs first.
We need to first know who we are. And then we need to identify the real problems. And for me, I told you, shit bricks every day, man. If you have 1 million kids coming out of school every year, and you don't have a place to put that energy, there's only way, they can only go negative.
Yes.
That's why you now start seeing AIDS is highest amongst that generation.
Oh, yeah, it's coming back.
HIV, sorry.
Because no time tulienda.
Yeah, HIV. you start talking about drugs, right? Weed,
Yes.
cocaine, Jabba. Like now, Jabba, have you gone to the certain places now? We go. Men. It's what time? 1:30 on the 21st of July, which is a Tuesday. 1:30, you'll find men, hundreds.
Unashindwa ni aje?
We, mbona una kazi? Because there's no, mbona ufanyi kazi? Kuna udu kitu. There's no work.
Yeah.
Then you see, there's this bad idea to start a business. Not everybody is a businessman.
Yeah. It's very stupid. I always see that bullshit where people write online at why are you helping someone else work on their dream? It's because we can't all be entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
It looks very easy on paper.
Not.
Till you realize that I'm sure someone like you has no off days. Do you have off days?
Paka, it's even an issue where I have to go to the hospital, right? And then the doctors tell me, Kevin, relax. Take a day off. In fact, I want to hear, like now I've been told I have to take a week off in the next few days.
Oh.
Because if I continue, I'm going to have a problem. Because I'm going to have, remember I told you I have 3 jobs.
Yeah.
Right? Then I travel a lot. Then so changing time zone, then meme, then nganga, then you're meeting, then you're doing. So the brain gets tired, the body gets tired, the spirit gets tired. You have to calm down, right? Entrepreneurs don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
Me, I see my wife anaandikanga tu kamahali anasema I'm on leave next week.
Yeah. Unamwangalia unashindwa ni gani hizi.
God damn, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, kusata vile umesema hivyo amenirewind. I think ilikuwa ni kama jana na kwa wife akiniambia story like, I'm being forced to take my leave days. But like shit.
You have 28 days.
Yeah.
And you're getting paid still.
Yes. Literally nakuwa majuzi was it this past weekend my daughter's dual kona like, why are you looking for a laptop on a Saturday night? Nikamwambia if I don't work I don't eat. that was my sentence. If I don't work I don't eat. Yeah,
if I don't work you don't eat.
Yeah. So there's that. I think that's the fancy side of entrepreneurship, and I think the reason why some people think it's simple is because when you look at politicians, when a politician tells you they are a billionaire because of their side hustle. So you got that nonsense. So people start believing that, hey, unaweza kuwa politician full time, alafu kuna hii side hustle yako inakuingizia. So that nonsense. I say people think that can never happen. You have to, entrepreneurship needs you there.
That's actually so true. Eh? The other thing about Kenya is, who are our heroes?
Yeah. Mostly politicians, I'd say.
Yeah, it's only politicians. In Baku, I'm telling you, I'm in love with it's a poet. Nizami Ganjevi. In fact, now I'm learning. Because if I'm going to do business with those guys, I need to understand their heroes. I need to understand.
What anaitwa nani?
Nizami Ganjevi.
Oh, Nizami. Niko nimesikia ni Ganjevi.
No. Nizami Ganjevi.
Yeah.
Poet from 1100s. Right?
Oh.
Everywhere you go. The way we have Kenyatta Avenue, Kenyatta Street, Kenyatta School. Then they have Nizami Avenue, Nizami Street.
Oh. Me thought it was like a poet who's still alive. Okay.
No. 1,000 years ago. Right? Those are their heroes. Those are their national heroes. National. They'll tell you, we have a carpet museum. Right? And the carpets this was what our people were using in the carpets. So they used to teach the children about the history of our time. So, so the patterns in the carpet mean something. Who are our heroes?
Because the funny thing is, your hero can be a politician, but the right politician. Like, for example, Singapore's hero ni Lee Kuan Yew.
Yes.
That's a good
Have you been
hero.
to Singapore?
No.
It's amazing.
But nataka kuishi.
I lived there I was there for 4 months.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So kuna hiyo, alafu what else? China pia niko nambwa Chairman Mao. Yes, because he gave birth to the new China.
But
although it's
Deng.
It's Deng that actually did it.
Yeah.
But they praising Chairman Mao, I think was maybe, I don't know kama yeye alichagua Deng, but Deng ndio pushed to the next level. But you see, sisi sasa, it's a whole different equation, man. Like our politicians, they don't care. And when you tell people that these people don't care about you, they don't see it. They start fighting you. Ile time unaambia like, mtu ajali. Kuzangekuwa na jali.
So let's ask tough questions. Did Uhuru care? Did you listen to Uhuru's private speeches? That's what I was saying. Me, I don't like politics.
Yeah.
The personality.
Yes.
On December 12th is a very special day in Kenya's history.
Yeah.
Right?
Ni Jamhuri Day.
Go and listen to president's speeches, boring as they may sound, on those days. Uhuru
Yeah.
would even look up into the sky as he spoke, like he was talking to God.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. If you ask me, and I mean by the me and I have beef with Uhuru for other things, I believe he loved Kenya.
Okay.
Kibaki, do I believe he loved Kenya? The fact that they stopped fighting with Baba. You know, if you read history, people rarely they fight, then they sit down. In fact, there's a saying, you know, at the end of the war, you still have to sit down. So it's better to sit down now.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, damn. Okay.
Because tukipigana,
Yes. Tukishamaliza lazima.
that's what tuongee.
Yeah.
So it's better we just sit down now before we destroy everything. Baba, you're telling me Baba didn't love Kenya? Right? I think it's a very, because I want to give grace to some of the politicians, which is a very weird thing to do.
Yes.
Kenyans have to work on themselves. Yeah. You have to work, we have to now start having those deep conversations with ourselves. Is why do we choose people who cheat us so easily? Right? Because even Ruto, me, I believe Ruto loves Kenya.
Kwa nini?
Why would you want to be president?
Kwa tutam na kuchotewa.
Why would you want to be president?
Sikia, apart from kwa tutam na kuchotewa.
President is, you wake up early in the morning, you're beaten, you're cursed, you're abused, right? Remember what Uhuru used to say? So you make money.
Yes.
Right? Okay, but that's not a bad thing. That's a great thing. But you don't have life. Everywhere Ruto enters, have you ever been in a presidential event?
No.
They start with a band. Imagine the whole day of 10 events. Every time you start, then you finish, unasalimia watu, unasema kitu. You can't even go take a shit.
And you have to be there smiling, looking like you're having the time of your life.
If you want to even have a side dish, your bodyguard knows you can't have privacy. Right? So to do that, you're either psychopathic or you love. So to me, you're one of the two.
Yes.
Right? So what was my point? My point is Kenyans, love yourselves.
Yes.
Love yourselves. The real power sits in parliament. Know your MP. Don't, the MP is always carried with a wave. Know your MP.
Yeah.
Know your MP.
Okay.
Know your MP. Where are you from? Nairobi.
Nairobi saizi niko hapa. Langata constituency. So my MP is naitwa nani? Jalas.
Jalango.
And my MCA is some dude hapo. Alifanya ni karibu nikosane na watu wa boda cause you see watu wa boda and this is semi disrespectfully but wamezoea being used by these guys that when they're given handouts they never ask for more. So the roads here are really bad. Them they don't see that they need more spare parts because the roads are bad. They're what. So I was complaining about the potholes and the shit on the roads and the what. No, nafanya kazi. And they're like, no, he's not doing his job. So I think another thing that happens with Kenya pia ni civic education. The way we look at civic education inakuwaga ni shida because if I come to educate you, you assume that I'm fighting your guy. When I tell you that you deserve better, you're fighting your guy. And that's a problem. Because now it means that we can never have any sort of engagement. Like at this past week, nimekuwa nikigo through war cause I hosted someone who talked about his life at University of Nairobi and the hell in quotes that he went through at the hands of Babu Owino. And everyone said, Africa, you're fighting Babu. And they're like, no, I'm not fighting him. This is someone who's giving his perspective. Babu has anizanipigia hata saa 7 usiku. And of course, as long as he meet pahali anakuja kwa studio hapa, I'll host him. You understand? So kuna hiyo shida where people assume that you're fighting someone when you either ask for accountability ama you ask for more. and asking for more is your tell me more. Like, what are you going to do for the city? Like, remember when we were talking about Nairobi, and someone has to come to Nairobi and stop the insanity that's happening right now, where so-called upper-class neighborhoods are turning into ghettos without watu kutaka zikuwe ghettos. Because when you have buildings that have no light, niko naishi kwa nyumba fulani Isili when I was 19, hakukuwa najua.
Yeah, and there's sun outside.
Yeah, kuna sun,
it's hot.
Yeah, niko natokaga nje. Do you know the first thing I do? And do you know who owned that house? A Kenyan lawyer. A lawyer actually owned a house that there's an architect we had here who was telling us they're called sick buildings where there's no sunlight. I can still smell that house.
Yeah.
Like I can,
because there was no fresh air.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so I don't know.
So
man.
deep. So imagine that space depresses you, takes away your enjoyment for life.
Yeah.
What does it do to your psyche? Right? Those are the consequences of bad action,
Yes.
bad decisions. Right? And me these days, I don't want to say I'm giving up, but I'm starting to feel like we are missing the let's have a better conversation. Let's
Yes.
have a real conversation. Right? Everyone wants to be, the word I keep hearing is dignified life. Everyone wants a dignified life.
Yeah.
You want to be able to afford, like me as a man, I don't want it to be so hard to provide for my family. It should be hard, meaning I should be putting effort, and I need to wake up in the morning and I need to sleep, right? I need to finish late, 6 p.m., 5 p.m.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be so hard that now I'm looking, even I'm saying now, let me be a thug. That's taking away my dignity.
Yeah.
As a man, I need to be able to go home to my wife and bring something home.
Yeah.
As a man, I need to be able to lead my children and show them, this is what I do. This is how you got that bike. This is how we live here. This is why you get. There's a dignity we must, as a woman, you must also have dignity. You must want to feel safe.
Yes.
When you walk down the street. You must want to be able to also provide for yourself with your husband and compliment. As children, I chose my children's schools by how many hours they play.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Me went to it for 4. Huh?
Yeah, and that nonsense is not fun.
I did the Iko Nini holiday. What did they use? Tuition.
Yeah.
I did that. I said, as a child, I am never, when I have my own children, I'm never taking them through this. So when I was going to schools at Standard 1, now Liz, how many sports lessons do you have? 1 a week. So the school I ended up choosing has everyday sports. I won't say it here, but everyday sports.
Utaniambia kujua. Oh, okay.
Kando.
Because that's good.
Yeah. Because every day a child should be playing. Every day.
Ukisema hiyo kitu inanikumbusha, you saw that thing that happened in, I think it's Finland, where they noticed that these modern day kids, their immune system is so messed up.
Yeah.
So they started making them play in the mud. Uliona your story?
I'm not
to boost
surprised.
their
Do you like me? I went to a top school, Strathmore.
Oh, Strathmore, yeah.
Yeah, I remember in Standard 1, depending on Form 1, sorry.
Yeah.
When we were now in that hall, we are all meeting each other. So tumemaliza KSP, sasa tunaambiwa hii ndo class yako, enda A, enda B, enda C.
Yes.
So you're now meeting for the first time. Some people because you came. There were some very small boys, like small, physically small. And I remember a teacher asking which school. And they said the school. Then he said, now you're in Strathmore. We'll make you strong.
Oh.
Because you never played. So imagine you're a boy, you never played. As a boy, muscle development happens. It has to be running, playing, jumping, so that your body forms there's a way the muscles develop.
Yeah.
So imagine you didn't have that for 8 years. So you still stay. I kid you not, one of those boys today, those little boys, is my height.
Oh.
Right? Because then you start playing, because us in Strath, we played twice a week and then every evening. Right? So for me, dignity of life is what I believe is that should be the real goal.
Yes.
Not to be a billionaire, not to have 10 cars. You don't need 10 cars. Let's just have, like in Singapore. In Singapore, when you go to
public transport, okay.
Singapore, in fact, you don't even. Why do you need a car as a rich guy?
Yeah. Because Singapore niko na chiketi on average, the average Singaporean walks for 7,500 steps.
Yeah.
7,500
Because
steps
you don't need
daily.
And then because it's so hot, they put all the walking underground. Right? So it's like almost air conditioned. So between building to building, it's a city town. It's what they call a city state. You can walk from one side of the city to the other side pretty comfortably. No one will hit you with a boda, a bike, a car, no bus. You don't need a car. You don't need a car, right? And for me, New York is another place I love. Or London.
Yeah.
Once in London, you see it. If you know the Zone 1. Zone 1. Zone 1, you're sitting next to, you can see that suit. Hiyo suti bana inaweza nunua nyumba yako. On this side. On this side is a bus driver or a plumber or an electrician. Not saying that they are lower class.
Yes,
Just saying that the moment those two people can move together in a public transport system, we have won.
Yes.
This thing of two Prados and a siren, that's a sign of a losing society. That society is losing. We are one. Some of us, then the other thing I like about, and I know I'm talking too much, some people have to get rich fast. Si kila mtu.
Yeah.
That's what Deng Xiaoping said. That's what Korean said.
Okay.
Yeah. Kwani everyone will be an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
everyone is going to build Safaricom.
Si kila mtu.
And the guy who builds Safaricom needs to get rich. Because then the next guy will need to be inspired. The next girl. Right? So not everyone.
Okay. Because hata vile umetaja Prado imenikumbusha kitu moja. See the way when we watch terrorist movies inakuwaga the terrorist choice of car inakuwaga ni Toyota Hilux. Unajaga hizo?
Yeah.
Toyota Hilux. Hapa Kenya the terrorist choice ni Prado. Because the politicians, man. They love
Prado,
that car.
Man.
And they've made it, wamefanya mpaka tumejam na hiyo gari.
Yeah.
Because they'll be either on the wrong side of the road, they're always in a hurry, they're always, nimechikata video fulani ya this guy, I don't know if you know him, Baika Nairobi, Brayo.
Yeah, I know him.
Yes.
We worked with him.
Nilichekia po, alikuwa na argue na mse fulani ina Prado, and I'm not even surprised. I was really like, you see, because that's the car that now, because you can put that kibulba huko mbele, you can misbehave as much as you want to misbehave, and you can just cause havoc and whatever. But
and now that you have money, you think you're better than.
Yes.
Right? When did Kenyans become that? When did that thing happen? That money made us better than.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that was, in quotes, the fake founding fathers. Like when we lie to ourselves that Kenyatta was our founding father.
I'll disagree with you.
He was the fake founding father. You think he was the founding father?
Jomo did a lot for Kenya.
No, by the founding father, I mean the person to come up with the idea. Ilikuwa ni Makinon, British East African Company. But that's what I mean.
The idea of Kenya.
Yes.
The idea of Kenya was the British, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
But what did Jomo do? Because I feel Jomo was a loser. He said he's the one who gave us this model of put yourself first instead of the country. If Jomo had put a better example, we'd be very far. So why do you think Jomo was a good guy?
Let's put ourselves in Jomo's shoes.
Yeah.
Right? Jomo was running a country that did not have Kenyans.
Okay.
In fact, it can be argued that the only Kenyan that existed was the settler Kenyan. The Muzungu, who had moved from the UK to Kenya and agreed to settle, the people who got land in 1922 after World War I and after World War II, the UK government gave some Muzungus land and said, here is some title in Laikipia, go.
Yes.
Settle. So that's a settler.
Yes.
That was likely the only person who considered themselves Kenyan in 1963. Right? So let's start there. Number 2. And I urge Kenyans, go to YouTube. All these speeches now exist, right? When Jomo was driven down from Kapenguria, by then he was driven down by my grandfather. That's what I'm told.
Okay.
Now from jail. He said 3 things. He was asked by a BBC reporter. It's there in YouTube. What is your vision for Kenya? He said, I want to save them from ignorance, I want to save them from disease, and I want to save them from poverty.
Okay.
So the first thing Jomo did by saying that is that he set the country on a course where education now became a right almost,
Okay.
not a privilege. Because in our grandfather's time, like, I don't know your family, but in my family,
Yes.
the Guka or the Shosho who went to school, it was the missionary who came. Remember, in the 1890s, 1900s, what they would do is they would say, give me one of your children. So me, my Guka, my grandfather, was one of the children. Is that one child who was taken to school.
Yes.
Kibaki, President Kibaki, was that child in his family that the missionary picked to take to school.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, education. And then Moi doubled down on it, whether you like it or not. Tulikuwa na maziwa.
Yeah,
you and I went to
nakumbuka.
844.
Maziwa
We
Nyayo.
went to UN. I went to USIU. We went to local schools. We can compete with anyone in New York. Don't never take that away from Moi.
Yeah.
Mwai Kibaki comes, free primary education. Now we all speak good English. We're all digitally savvy. We can now compete with the global best, right? Kenyatta, Ruto will tell their story. So Kenyatta, that was number one. The second thing is he ensured free enterprise as a right.
Okay.
So that ability to do business. In Ethiopia, until the other day, you could not be a businessman.
Oh, okay.
In China, you could not be a You could not dream to be a businessman. You could not dream to be an entrepreneur. That means the limits of your imagination were capped. Jomo made sure that foundation was there. Now, did he make mistakes? Many.
He was too greedy.
Many. I was with Ali Makwere once. Zipapa. You know Zipapa?
Yeah, umoja. I've been seeing him anarudi akisema one time.
Zipapa is a guy you need to get on your podcast.
Chirau
Ali Makwere.
Yeah.
People don't realize, oh my God, the wisdom that man has. There's a place we meet often.
Yo kuja Nairobi kweli?
Yeah, he has a house here. I meet him in Nairobi. I asked him this question. I asked him, in fact, it was the first time we met. I said, Waziri, because he was a minister.
Yeah.
Then he had become ambassador for Kenya to Tanzania.
Yeah.
So you call him Balozi or Waziri. So I said, Waziri, what do you think the greatest mistake Kenya made? What was the original sin? He told me in 1969, we allowed government officials to do business.
Oh.
So that's when he says the corruption got worst. Because now I was sitting in a ministry and I had certain powers that only I had, particularly in that old constitution that gave me a competitive advantage over everyone else. That's why if you think about the biggest banks, some of them were owned by ex-central bank governors. Where in the world?
Oh, kama gani?
NCBA. How is NCBA?
Oh, sikuwa najua.
Who's
Ilikuwa na
NCBA?
oniona?
The Duncan Degwa. Philip Degwa, sorry.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
He's the one who got shares.
Sikuwa najua hiyo.
Then it now became, then it was whatever, NIC, sorry.
Yes, ndio
Then
ikakamika kwa
now,
NCBA.
it has now evolved now.
Yes.
But you see now that has gone.
Yes.
But how much wealth has that created for that family? And I'm not complaining, I'm just saying, right?
Yeah.
So, because it was legal, it wasn't illegal. So, Ali Chirau Makwere says that was the original sin.
Yeah.
My whole point was now, so Jomo, those were the problems Jomo had to deal with. Jomo, the other mistake I think he made, and this one I know I'll get beaten, was when he was asked, so what happened in the 60s is we used to have bus routes, like a bus line that ran like the London bus, time, Nini. And then out of nowhere started these vans. That's how matatu they were, right? So the official guys went to see Jomo and said, if you allow these, because what matatus were doing is they were stopping and picking people everywhere in non-designated
Areas.
stops, and then they were creating their own routes, right? So you can imagine it's spoiling. Imagine I own a bus; it's spoiling my biashara because one are more expensive. But now you see these guys are charging, it was matatu, so 3 cents, right? That's now another negotiation where he said, no. See, you just buy vans and you do what they are doing, right? So he made those weird decisions. I don't want to go into the land, right? I don't want to go into all that because those are very well documented. But my argument is he did some good.
Yes, I
He
guess.
did some bad. And we never talk about the good. We only talk about the bad.
I think when we call him the founding father, we're talking about the good. I think when a lot of people call him the founding father, I think to me my problem has always been he created that thing because the fact that he ended up as the richest guy, he made politics be a source of wealth, quick wealth. That's why now when you look at the Kimani Shongwas and they tell you they're worth 800 million shillings and they're very young. So Kimani Shongwa is like in his early 40s, yes?
Yeah.
You look at all these guys and how did they make this money? Through their side hustles. And remember when we were talking about how people think entrepreneurship is simple. That's why like sometimes when even I question wealth online, wasikiaga sana kwambia politics si kitu peke yake anafanyanga, yofanya vitu zingine. Do you know how many people close down their businesses because of people stealing? If you're not there supervising, you don't have a certain level of structure, people are going to steal a lot.
But you see
understand? So shidangu agayo, like he made politics to be the quickest way to wealth, and these people now decided politics is not about service, it's about becoming rich.
So I hear
and it
you.
set us on a very bad trajectory.
But have you ever asked yourself why he did that?
Because he was greedy and he wanted to impress this young girl that he had.
No, he was actually very poor. People don't know Jomo was never good with his money.
Yeah, okay.
He was very well educated. By the time he was coming out from Kapenguria to lead, he was actually a very broke guy. The Odinga family was wealthy, right? A couple of these other guys were wealthy. He was a poor man, right? And now he had to be elevated. So he actually had an insecurity about it.
Okay.
So that's where that thing came from. So he was trying to amass so that he can be like some of the... And then the other thing people forget is the richest guys in those days were the Muzungus. The Lord Delamares.
Yes.
There was a time Lord Delamere used to want to put piped milk into everyone's house. Those were his dreams. Right? Lord Delamere owned everything from the port logistics-wise into Nairobi, right? So he wanted also to have some of those
privileges.
No, because they were controlling full parts of the economy. So he wanted to have some of that. Yeah.
Okay. But I think there's always going to be. I know. I understand. We have to.
I believe understanding the facts. I don't get emotional.
Yes, Nini. Kuna one of the things that you've said that was very powerful was the fact that he was dealing with people who did not identify as Kenyans. And this is a very interesting thing because I always talk about it from a different angle when I talk about Kenya and Kenya getting its freedom. And I always talk about the fact that I don't think we respect our freedom enough. And I always say we don't respect it enough because we largely negotiated for it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Where we have the fantasy story of using fake guns to chase away the white man, yes? And then we have the real story of Lancaster sitting down, let this guy be your leader, So with that, if you can put that on top of now, you have someone in Busia who does not know what Kenya is because there is no internet. And you have to bring all these people into the fold and make them start identifying with these borders that their fathers
never had about.
Yes. Yeah. So I understand kuna your part.
It's a great story. I urge you to do the research. The reason we didn't become a republic until December 1963
Yeah.
is, remember, Jomo was prime minister in 1962, Madaraka Day,
Yeah.
right? That's when in 1962 they made him prime minister.
Mm.
What he now started doing was he was going around the country talking to people.
Mm.
So Ronald Ngala anampeleka Costo, mwingine anampeleka Ukambani, mwingine anampeleka Umasaini, mwingine anampeleka Nyanza, mwingine anampeleka Turkana. So some of those speeches were televised. There's one speech that's on YouTube, which I love.
Okay.
I love listening to it. It's when he was talking to the Muzungu settler. Because who was the person most scared of Jomo?
Yeah.
It wasn't the Luya in Busia. It was the Muzungu now who had to say, I am going to now say the head of state is a black African man.
Yes.
And they had all these assets, farms in Nyeri, Nyanyuki, Timao, all these places. So he starts the speech like this. So he comes and you can see everyone's nervous. Everyone is nervous. In fact, you can feel it even though it's black and white. And he comes and he says, when I look around, I see farmers like me who are looking for a way to ensure that their land,
Okay.
So he brought them in. So that's what he was doing the whole of 1962. And that's why he was a brilliant man. People really underestimate his brilliance. Right? Because he brought them in. And when they said, this is our guy, forget the governor's name, there was a governor, someone. Because the governor was the guy in charge of the country.
Yes.
Right? So he's the one who introduced Jomo, and then he took the mic after Jomo. And you can even, the room even starts, they're clapping for Jomo, right? He had a very difficult task of managing.
Okay.
I'll talk about the Kikuyu, the Mau Mau. The Mau Mau, when they went to the jungle to fight the Mzungu, their objective was never to come out on the other side in a new world with borders, rule of law, constitution. They were saying, take us back, because it's not really going back. As we already knew this world that we had and we were okay with it.
Yes.
We want it back. Right? And so Jomo also had that very difficult problem of bridging those two worlds. And that's why you hear in Kikuyu land, they say, as we were Mau Mau, then those are. Right? Because there are the guys who didn't like Jomo. So Akina Bildad Kagia, who called Jomo a betrayer, because this is not why we went into the bush to fight.
Yes.
Right? Part of it was corruption, by the way. But part of it was also this world order, this structure called Kenya, this thing called borders and, I don't know, provinces. And what is the difference between what the Mzungu was doing to us? This is exactly the same. F off. Right? So we must never forget the 15 years Jomo led. He led well. He led with that challenge. And there's another problem Jomo solved. He made Daniel Toreti Arap Moi his deputy, his vice president.
Yes.
Because if it was anyone else, we could have also gone to war. Remember, think about Uganda.
Yes.
They handed over Nigeria. There's a famous story where there's a Nigerian president somewhere in the world. I think he was in New York. And he stopped. There's a video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Then he removes the number. You're no longer president.
Oh, shit. Because Kuisha happened.
Kuisha happened. Never happened in Kenya.
Yeah.
Right? So Daniel then, Mantoro also had a very difficult task of navigating through challenging times. The Cold War, right? The 1980s. The racist programs that the World Bank took, what do they call them? So that we stay poor. Do you know that was very intentional? Kill businesses. At that time, they killed something called the sales tax. Or they introduced something called the sales tax. If you imported, it wasn't subject to sales tax. If it was manufactured locally, it was subject to sales tax.
Okay.
To increase government revenue. Yeah. So that's how they killed industry. So Moi then had to deal with a very broke country. We were poor. People don't realize how poor we were.
Yeah.
right? And all he had to do was make sure guys are getting educated, right? So was he corrupt and all those things? Yeah. Let's not lie.
Yeah.
But the good is that we finished school.
Okay.
So that's how I look at.
Yeah,
that's how I see Kenya personally. That's how I view.
I think sometimes Pierre Minter and agree that sometimes we are harsh on them because of the amount of information that we have and the difference. Like sisi tumezaliwa Kenya, them they were not born in Kenya.
No, not born in Kenya.
Moi was not born in Kenya. Nani was like
Jomo, Moi,
Jomo.
Kibaki.
Yes, they were not born in Kenya.
They were not born in Kenya.
Yeah. So they literally had this idea that they had to
push and tell and sell.
Even nani alizaliwa Uhuru.
Even Uhuru wasn't born in Kenya.
Yeah, because in 61.
61, yeah.
61 he was not born in Kenya. So you have all these people.
He was born in the Kenya colony.
Yes. And then he turns into whatever that he turns into. Yeah. So Kevin, tukimalizia, let the cake bake. Iko YouTube tayari?
YouTube, Apple, Spotify. I release an episode every Friday.
Yes.
These are the kinds of conversations, by the way, we have.
Yeah.
Politics, history, culture, arts. Because I want you to ask, what does Kenya mean? What does being an African mean? Even the idea of Africa, when did it come?
Yeah. Africa, I don't know.
When did you become an African?
Because I know Africa, I know it comes from is it Spanish word, Afrique? That means black object?
Something, yeah.
Yes, black object. So the idea of Africa, of course, would have come after white people and colonization and what.
Kwame Nkrumah, first Pan-Africanist.
Yes, I know your story of Pan-Africanism.
So that's when the Pan-Africanist movement began.
Oh, now being, okay.
Yeah, so that
let's be proud of.
We are one people.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So identities, it's a big thing, and that's Let the Cake Bake is about that. Who's building this beautiful, prosperous Africa, Kenya, and I want to talk to those people.
How many episodes so far?
I've recorded 5.
Yes. Released how many?
I've released 2. Today I've released 3.
Yeah. Gani.
I've released
Zioka.
In fact, Zioka, a great guy. I've released Adisa Lemayo. I've released Anstella Mombi. And now Friday, Bien, the legend.
Bien. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one, man. So make sure you check out. Channel pia inaitwa
Let the Cake Bake.
Let the Cake Bake, yeah. Make you check it out, and then it's on all other Spotify,
Apple Music,
Apple. So yeah, make sure you check out. And
Moff, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and
I
thank
appreciate
you,
man. My brother is one who made this happen.
Yeah.
This is the way we move the Mutiso.
Yes.
Tunajengana.
Yeah, lazima.
So now amesema wewe ni mtu wetu, sasa wewe ni mtu wangu pia.
Okay. Na asante, unajua tumebonga juu ya vitu mingi sana. Umefanya nikaanza kuangalia these digital lending companies with maybe a different lens, because I've seen like you actually care, and you see that's what sometimes we feel like these people don't care. It's just about taking and not worrying about the damage that it does uko nini. So umetry kufanya at least nika try to understand your side na hii side ingine. So shukran and thanks for your time, man. Yeah, so imekuwa ni episode 699. So kama kawaida vile susamaga, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend. Tukimalizia tukisema IKONINI.